There we go. Wrong button. Let's get this guy in here. I hit the wrong button.
Oh, I'm here.
I hit
I was in the void.
I hit the wrong one.
Guys, it was so dark and quiet.
You're in the void. Oh my god. What's going on, dude?
Jay locked me in the shadow dimension.
Well, you gotta learn your lesson somehow. Have you played the old Battlefield yet?
No. I watched a few people play it. I don't know. I really like Battlefield. I feel like it looks good. I prefer Battlefield over Call of Duty. I've always been that guy, though.
I mean, listen, Call of Duty is kind of gone through identity crisis, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of all over, and it's just, I don't know. But it's still so big. It's the biggest shooter out there still, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Battlefield. I put it on this morning, and everything was locked. Because I think it's Saturday and Sunday for everybody, but you have to have a code right now, I think.
Yeah, so I know over on the Twitch side of things, if you watch somebody who's streaming Battlefield 6 for 30 minutes, then you'll get an open, you'll get a key to play right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just wait. We're gonna do it for Community Day tomorrow anyway, so that'll be fun. But yeah,
just a day.
They let me play the shooting range, so that was fun. But yeah, it plays very solid. Never been a Call of Duty guy, Will, as you know. And I especially don't like what's going on with the, like them bringing Beavis and Butthead and Ninja Turtles and all this stuff. I don't know. For me, it's just kind of like made this series a little silly, you know?
Yeah.
So,
my favorite Battlefield, it's still like, there's two of them, I guess. Like 1942, absolutely loved. But also Battlefield Bad Company. Specifically Battlefield Bad Company 2. Like, if you guys have not played those ones, like, they actually had a nice story. They had, like, a really good, like, single player, but the multiplayer was, like, on point. That was the last time I really got into Battlefield. I played them all since, like, dabbled in them, but that was the last one I really got into.
Yeah, this one's a day one pickup for me for sure. I'm gonna grab that. I like the destructible environments, the vehicles.
Yeah,
just a lot more what I want, and plus they're gonna have the battle royale, of course, which will be coming. So
yeah, that stuff just sets it apart, right? Like being able to destroy everything and like blow up buildings and roll through stuff with tanks, like that stuff's cool.
Well, dude, it's like, someone's in a skyscraper. Well, let's try and level this thing. Like, that's another cool strat, right? Instead of, let's go up there and get him. Let's take the building down and see what we can do.
Yeah, blow it all up.
Yeah, we got a 279 super chat to start the day from GB Packers 55. Thanks, dude. Bartlett Java Fund. Or Bill Fund. I prefer to call it the Bill Fund. Thank you, brother, for that. I appreciate you. Let's say hi to everybody. JT is first. Where do you stand on the song Will Friday by Rebecca Black? Because we got quite a little thing going on in the Discord here.
I don't think I've ever listened to it its entirety.
Well, you're missing out, buddy.
Am I? I feel like the first part of it, you're kind of like, yeah, that's the song. I get it. Friday. Friday.
Like the lyrics are terrible. I mean, like, she was, I don't want to say a kid, she was a teen when it came out, and it got wrote for her, I think, as a birthday present from her mom and dad, and they made a video and stuff like that. But it's become my theme song for Friday, and I think that the legends in the Discord are adopting it as well. But there's a few people that don't like it. They say it's bad. How can Rebecca Black be bad?
I don't think it's bad. It just lacks any substance where I care to listen to the thing in its entirety, you know?
It's not bad. It just lacks anything that's good. That's all.
Is that a nicer way to say it?
I guess, yeah. What's going on, Gamer? Good to see ya. We played Marvel Rivals last night, and JT's making a comment. Marvel Rivals didn't go well. No, it didn't. We're pulling it. Because you need 6 people. So we had 5, and we were communicating. It was going really good, and then, people started dropping, and then it's like, yeah, you can't fill that spot with randos. So pulling it out, man. All good. We're going to fill that with Battlefield tomorrow. So anyone who wants to play Battlefield 6, it is free. The beta, so just download it. Download it now.
I gotta work, or I would. Speaking of like shooter games, though, what do you think of Power Rangers?
Power Rangers shooter game?
No, I'm just relating this to Fortnites.
Oh.
Because we got the Power Rangers this season in the Fortnites. Did that do anything for you? Does it wiggle anything going, you know?
No.
Hmm.
No. In fact, it just seems like... this is my thoughts, okay? So they put in a lot of effort for some seasons, and then others are pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
I might be biased, but I loved the Star Wars season. Okay. And then we kind of have this mishmash now where there's a Halo character in the Battle Pass, and now there's the Green Ranger at the end or whatever. I don't know. It just seems like...
and the White Ranger, okay? The cooler Ranger?
Is he
which is the Green Ranger that turns into the White Ranger, but that's besides the point. It's the same character, just reset.
Okay. Bird! I honestly, dude, I think I'm just Fortnite out right now.
I can feel that. This is the first one where I'm like, man, those skins are cool, because I was the kid that grew up with Power Rangers. Like when Power Rangers first started coming out, that was like I was in like 10, and that was like I was the prime spot for Power Rangers. So for me, I'm like, yeah,
right,
yeah, I can do Power Ranger stuff.
I was 16, and I remember going to Zellers. For all those who don't know, it's a Canadian retailer, not unlike Walmart. And I went in there and I looked at the figures and I picked them up, and I was looking at them. And you got to remember, when you're 16, like you don't want to be caught in the toy aisle because it's really embarrassing. So I was kind of
as we're in our 40s and doing it now.
It's fine now. Like there's the whole revival. Like once I got in my 20s, I didn't care. It was fine. But when you're like, getting out of toys, you're 16, is you feel like you shouldn't be looking at toys. Anyway, so I picked up, I think I had the Red Ranger in my hand, and I'm like, these guys are cool. I don't know anything about them, but they look like ninjas. But never did get any of them. So I missed Power Rangers. I missed all that. Speak to the lore, Willie.
The figures are cool. I always thought they did a good job with those figures back in the day. They always looked cool. Even now, they still look really nice. Like they're really big, and you can do the karate chop action.
Yeah. Dargoon's asking.
That's about right. Yeah, 85.
Yeah, and it's really interesting too. They took an old, I don't know the history, so forgive me, everyone in the chat. They took an older Japanese live action and then shot all the, teens out of the costumes so it could be North Americanized, and then kind of glued them together into one really successful show here. I think that's pretty neat, man.
That was a very smart idea, honestly.
Yeah.
I watched the was it the Toys That Made Us documentary?
That's where I learned. That's where I learned about it. Yeah.
I watched that on that. I just like hearing that stuff, you're like, man, like that was a really smart business move. And like it was very super cost effective. I was like, good on them.
Super Sentai Zuyu Rangers. Is that the Japanese Batstan? That's the Japanese show. Stacy's calling you a little baby. You're just a little baby boy.
Just a baby.
Yeah, I told this story, Packers. Yeah, I mean, my buddy, and I'm going to call him out now, my buddy Darren and I, we played with toys way too long, man. And yeah, we discovered girls, and then we felt weird playing with the toys and kind of pushed them aside. But I was always interested in new toys that came out. And then again, when the adult collecting started again, for me in like 2000, 2001, then, it didn't matter anymore. Now it's like mainstream to go buy $50 dollies, Willie. Can you believe this?
Yeah, it's a bit absurd anymore.
$50. Rusty is here. Good to see you. I was a Power Ranger for Halloween one year as a child. Laugh out loud.
Let's go.
Laugh out loud.
Was it the pink or yellow Ranger? Or any other Ranger? Which one was it, Rusty?
Matt says, the live-action Sentai that became the first Power Rangers came out years before Beast King Go Lion, which is Voltron. This means that Voltron actually copied Power Rangers. Voltron copied Power Rangers. Really? Not the other way. See, I totally thought, dude, that Voltron was out first. So there you go.
Yeah, Dark, we've talked about this before. Oh, yeah, so good.
No, you can read some, dude. I take up all this. You can read some. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, we've talked about this before. Like, I was just after all that stuff, right? Like, I never watched G.I. Joe, Master of the Universe, original Transformers. I have watched, like, the original Transformers now, but I haven't watched the other two. Those are, like, my cousins, my older cousins. That was their era. And then, for me, my first introduction into Transformers was actually Beast Wars.
Right. Yeah. And again, for me, that was, I remember, relax. I know Matt's going to freak out here, but I remember watching that in the 90s, browsing by it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is abomination. What is this? And it wasn't even really the computer graphics. It was more like, why is Optimus Prime a gorilla? Why is Megatron a fly swatter? It's just like, but obviously I've come back around to that stuff now, but there you go. /quit rip. All right. Anything else in your mind, buddy, or should we get into this mag?
I don't think so. I think we should let's get into the magazine.
Yeah, I was browsing news. I didn't see a whole lot. We are in, ladies and gentlemen, 1993. Okay. I think most of us were alive in 1993. All of us. I hope all of us were alive. 1993. This is where we are. And once again, Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. This is the 50th issue. Willie, we've done 50 issues.
Can you believe that? Man, this started like a thing on a whim. We're like, we're reading EGM magazines. And now here we are. 50 issues deep.
Well, shout out retromags.com. If you guys wouldn't mind checking out their site, they have taken all the time over many, many years to archive not just EGM, but Nintendo Power, Game Pro, video games, computer entertainment, any historical gaming magazine. They got you covered. You can read along. The link is in the description of this live stream, so check them out. So now we have Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which is the third version of Street Fighter 2 versus Mortal Kombat. Specifically, we're going to get into Mortal Monday. So Mortal Kombat is finally coming home to consoles. Who remembers Mortal Monday in the chat? I do. For I went, Willie, to Jumbo Video.
Jumbo.
With my good buddy Skylar. You know Skylar. We went to Jumbo Video and I rented the Super Nintendo version. He rented the Sega Genesis version. And then we compared notes after. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Did you you were a bit younger, right? But you did play MK home console, right? Or was that
yes?
later?
So yeah, Mortal Kombat I played in the home console, so I was a bit too young for the arcade. Like I had been to arcades, but like I wasn't one like to go on my own to an arcade to experience it. So I missed out on that one when it like first came out.
Sure. The new Mafia game is awesome. Been watching some on Twitch, says Packers. I've heard. Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. Here you go. Question for you.
Oh, on the screen. Sorry, I have so many monitors. Willie, what console did your parents bought you first? So my dad actually has always been into gaming. So for him, like he had a Commodore 64. So technically that's the first thing I played video games on. But the first like actual video game console in the house would have been an NES.
Nice.
But I don't think it was specifically bought for me. It was definitely for my dad. And then like it just as I got older, I was just like, oh, you can, we can play this, As he gives me the controller unplugged.
I do love your story about how you bullied your mom into getting you a Dreamcast. Your unrelenting begging for the Sega Dreamcast finally paid off.
That's not a high point in my life, okay? I feel really bad about it. But yeah, for the story is basically, the Dreamcast, when I saw it, I was like, this system's so amazing. And it was for the time. I think the Dreamcast was the better system at the time, personally. But I really wanted one so badly. So every day, almost every day, incessantly, I would just keep bugging my stepmom about like getting a Dreamcast. Until one day, literally, she just went to Best Buy, came home. Oh, sorry, it was Future Shop at the time. For those in Canada. Yeah, she just came home with like a Dreamcast, a bunch of games. She's like, "Shut the fuck up!" And I was like, "Okay."
Listen, I don't see anything wrong with that. Like with my mom was the person in the family that bought the toys and the games. It's not unlike Ralphie in A Christmas Story when he has to prepare almost like you're almost preparing like a court case.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You have to have your evidence, you have to have your argument, your opening statement, your closing statement as to why my mom should buy me something other than a Nintendo. Well, now we got to get the Genesis. So I got to sit here and like explain, and I got to be careful and not get too technical with the bits and the bytes and all that stuff, because then she'll completely tune out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to be like, well, Mom, you see, Sega has games that Nintendo does not, and vice versa. And this is like the arcade. So mom, if we got, I'm losing her. Mom, if we got the Sega Genesis, okay, yep, then I wouldn't have to go to the arcade as much. So see, Mom, overall, we'd be saving money.
Yeah. I definitely deployed those tactics. Be like, hey, I'm not really using this other system over here. How about we get a Dreamcast? You know, Soul Calibur looks really cool. I think my brothers would like to play with us too. This could be a family thing.
See, that's good. You got the brothers to use. That's so good. That's a cheap tactic, but it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right.
I'd even do the stupid thing where you pull out. You're like, you know, before going to school, we used to have like family breakfasts. Because we'd all go to the same schools, we just walk to school and whatever. It was just like a block away. So we'd have family breakfast, and I would like come in with like my either Game Pro or EGM mag that had like, you know, Dreamcast stuff on it. Like sit at the table reading it and be like, "Oh, this game looks really cool for the Dreamcast."
Dude, that's exactly what Ralphie did. Remember, he put the Red Rider ad in his mom's copy of Look magazine.
Yep.
Dude, brilliant. See, Christmas Story has taught us so much.
Genius moves.
I like Packers. I got to be honest here. I don't know how I talked my mom into all that stuff, man. But God bless her, because she did it all. Everyone, even a friggin' Atari Lynx she bought me, man. You know what I'm saying?
She loved you.
She did, for sure. Oh, God, STDs. We don't want to get into that just yet. Oh, I hit a button here. Okay. Nintendo wins and Acclaim loses. This is by Ed Simrad, our lovely editor from EGM. So here we go. It probably comes as no surprise to anyone that none of the graphic violence, gore, or blood found in the arcade version of Mortal Kombat found its way into the Super Nintendo version of the game. After getting all 4 versions from Acclaim is the one who brought it to the home console, the first thing our editors did was look to see how much Acclaim had to change to get their games approved by Sega and Nintendo. At one workstation, you could hear the "all right," while on the other side of the room, the words were a lot harsher. Most unfit for print, when they saw how lame most of the finishing moves ended up. It should have been too difficult to guess that Nintendo is playing God again. On the other hand, Sega allowed the cart to be programmed exactly as the arcade version, but with a strict MA13 rating on the game box. Now, again, this is before the ESRB was put into effect. So how bad is the Super Nintendo version? Real bad if you're looking for an arcade clone. For example, Sub-Zero now freezes his opponent and the loser shatters into ice cubes. That sure is a far cry from pulling the opponent's head and spine from the body. Most of the other finishing moves are equally as bad. All of this, of course, has been done to preserve Nintendo's pristine reputation of presenting the wholesome games to the audience. But sorry, Nintendo, you can't turn blood into sweat, modify fatalities, and change a few words in the instruction book. But the bottom line is that no matter how much you, quote unquote, sanitize the game, it still involves killing people. some of them women. And I bet you there isn't an 8-year-old in the country that doesn't know the real premise behind the game. Also, come around Christmas time, there will be a lot of unsuspecting moms buying the cart for their kids, and I'm sure they will have a different impression of the Nintendo seal of approval once they hear Johnny yelling, "Kill him," as he puts the finishing move to his opponent. I'm going to tag you in there. Listen, not one of us, while playing this game, yelled, "Kill him." So, Ed, come on, you're exaggerating a tad here.
Yeah, I think we all said finish him, but really, is that just semantics?
Now finish him has another meaning, but that's for another podcast. Okay, buddy. I think you're up.
Okay. You're at finishing move to his opponent.
Yeah.
The fact is that the Big N can order the game on the screen changed, but the plot is still very real to the players. So what have you accomplished, Nintendo? Not a lot, other than make everybody unhappy. The players are upset that they didn't get the real game, and the parents won't like the half-hearted changes. Yeah, but then what are they going to do for the whole game? Like, they're not going to have them punching and fighting each other?
Listen, we could talk about this when you're done here, because I think there's a lot to unpack. Like, this is good to talk about. Like, did it really matter between the two versions? I have a different take. Anyway, continue.
But this is Nintendo. You play by their rules, or not at all. That's still very true today. So what is the player to do to show the starched collars at the big end that they are upset? We could buy the Genesis version to get the real thing, but Nintendo won't care as they already received their money for the game. You could write more letters, but they didn't respond to the first write-in campaign. You could switch to the Genesis, but then you're missing out on all the games that you bought for the Super NES for in the first place. Actually, when you consider the options, there is nothing you can do, and Nintendo knows it. Any other ideas? Send your thoughts, and we'll devote a couple of the interface columns to the issue. On a lighter side, as you page through this issue, you may notice a change to some of the fact files. We have been able to improve the quality of the photos that appear in the mag, and by the next issue, all the pics should be the best, the very best possible. But this is only the beginning. As I write this, Steve is busy at work putting the finishing touches on the redesign of the book, and we think you'll be pleasantly surprised at what we have in store for you. Check out our next issue.
Okay. So, let's open this to the chat, because this is really one of the main topics of this issue. So when Mortal Kombat came home, September 13th, 1993, this is what sparked the controversy that created the ESRB. Okay, so this is a huge topic, but we're not quite there yet. What they're breaking it down to is basically blood in the Genesis one and no blood in the Super Nintendo one. But there's a lot more than that, to me. Okay, so if you remember the two versions, Will, the Genesis one did have blood. You had to put a code in. No big deal. Right? You put the code in. The sprites were a lot smaller on the Genesis one. The music had that Genesis sound to it. The sound chips in the Genesis were not nearly as good as the Super Nintendo.
Yep.
The Super Nintendo had bigger sprites, more colorful palette, but the fatalities were changed, and there was like clear sweat coming off instead of the blood. I still, this is just me, preferred the Super Nintendo because it was closer to the arcade in terms of the graphics. Mortal Kombat for me was never about the fatalities. They were a nice bonus. They added something extra, but to me that didn't make the game. This editorial to me is breaking it down to Mortal Kombat being broken down to nothing more than blood and guts. And I don't think that that's true. What do you think?
Yeah, like everything still stays the same, and I think I do agree with you. Like the gameplay and everything is still tight, and it feels the same. So like gameplay wise, I don't think it really changes anything, right? It's just an aesthetic thing, and like you're still doing some of the gory stuff. It's just not as visual with the blood, I guess.
Yeah. So Kano's fatality, he pulls your heart out.
Yeah.
Which is intact in Genesis. In the Super Nintendo one, he puts his hand through your chest and pulls out. It's just a fist.
Yeah, so he just like punches a hole through your chest, which is still brutal.
Yeah. Okay, Billy's chiming in here. So for me at the time, blood was the key for Mortal Kombat. Okay, that's fair.
And I guess like as the legacy of Mortal Kombat goes on, like the goriness and over the top excessive kills is what kind of defines the series now, really, right?
Sure.
Like even in their advertising, like it's not really about like the combos or movesets that people do. It's like how do they finish the opponent?
Yeah, and then they started doing, and again, I'm no modern Mortal Kombat expert, but remember they started doing the X-rays? Remember, so if you break your opponent's bones, it would show like an X-ray, like side profile of the bone you broke.
Yep.
Like stuff like that's pretty cool. But overall, I'm going to play a fighting game for the gameplay. And this is where I will always stand on this hill that Capcom, in particular, makes better games. Street Fighter just plays better if you play Street Fighter 2 and you compare it to Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is very clunky, and it just is.
I agree.
So, anyway, going back, like I liked, Johnny Cage's fatality. What did he do, gamer, in Super Nintendo? He just kicks you, and his foot disappears into your chest, and then the guy falls over. Sub-Zero, I actually like the fatality in the Super Nintendo one. He freezes you completely, and then he comes over and he does one of these, and you just crumble into a million different pieces of ice. I don't know. But yeah, so Nintendo was trying to preserve their squeaky clean image. Gamer or Packers, whoever was talking about the EA NHL games, do you guys know if they had blood in the fights for the Super Nintendo one? Can you guys confirm or deny that? Because they probably
Packers says he recalls blood in hockey fights on the Genesis were super controversial when they were first seen.
Yeah, you would knock the guy down. In fact, they do a whole there's a whole scene in the movie Swingers where they knock out Gretzky and make his head bleed. Right? There's no blood, gamer said, in the Super Nintendo. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense. I'd like to see sales numbers like Genesis versus the Super Nintendo version of the game to see who actually sold more at the time.
For Mortal Kombat? Maybe we can find that. Let's see. I'll look.
Yeah. But to me, it was really about, especially back then, it was about getting an arcade perfect translation as close as you could. And I just think graphically overall, the Super Nintendo did that. And I don't know. That's just me.
There's no direct numbers, but the few articles I'm just perusing quickly here, it basically says the Genesis version of Mortal Kombat 1 significantly outsold the Super Nintendo version.
There you go. Violence sells. It always has, and it always will. So it's good to see that Nintendo changed their tune. Not for a long time, though, but that they finally changed their tune. So there's the other thing too, right? Where Nintendo is censoring games. Will, how do you feel about that? This is before the ESRB and any of that. They just didn't want that kind of stuff being represented on their console. Then I would just say, why not just not put Mortal Kombat on the console?
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, so here's my thing on like a lot of this like censorship stuff, right? As a platform holder, Nintendo has the right to choose what is provided on their console. Right? So that you're right in saying like they don't have to have it. The issue is that Midway was the one who decided to make these changes to make it available on the console, right? So it's really on them for wanting to alter their game and make it what they did so that it could be on the platform.
True.
So it's not even, I don't even know if I would regard it as censorship. It's just, these are the platform rules. If you want it to be here, good. If not, then put it elsewhere. And they had that choice. So they chose to change the game and kind of conform to what Nintendo wanted.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo wouldn't even... There was no religious symbols allowed. There was no blood, any of that stuff in any of their games. So Dargoon says 1.5 million in sales for Super Nintendo compared to 4 million for Genesis. Thanks,
Okay,
Dargoon.
yeah, so that's a very significant difference back in the day.
And let's also not forget that having a game as big as Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat come home was a system seller. And I can see, from the numbers that Dargoon just showed there, that people might have gone out, and bought a Genesis. Or maybe even traded in their Super Nintendo because they wanted the bloody version of Mortal Kombat.
It's possible.
Right? Hey, Josh. We're talking about Mortal Monday, buddy. We were talking about that last night. We're talking about it right now. The Super versus the Genesis version. So, yeah, that's what this issue is going to be all about. So, very interesting. Love talking about this stuff. There you go. There's your first ad. September 1993, coming to leading video game systems.
Still with the wrong spelling of Raiden.
Yeah. It came out on Game Boy and Game Gear, I think, as well, for the launch. Game Boy. Whew. 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 Here you go. Here's an STD controller. Look at how violent this ad is, dude.
Not Nintendo approved.
Yeah, no seal of quality here. This kid is killing sharks simply because they exist. Look at him slaughtering these animals, and look at the blood on this ad. Dead in the water. The SN programmed by STD. My God, man. My God. STD is out of... What's MD in the States? Is that Maryland? Everyone in the States? What's MD state is that?
That sounds right.
410 is the area code. The STDs are an MD. That's all we know. That's all we know. Moving on. Maryland. Thanks, Billy. Look at this, Willie. What do you know? It's our favorite ad. And
I love that chef outfit.
I was playing Odyssey, and this outfit is in Mario Odyssey. Can you believe that? I didn't even know.
Yeah, they didn't forget it there. They just forget it everywhere else.
So yeah, we got the Han Solo outfit, and then we got this chef outfit. Like, that game is just fantastic. It's so good. So good. Day, did you finish Bonanza, by the way?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I thought you were asking somebody in chat. I was like, who asked that in chat?
Right.
I was reading the chat. No, not yet. I'm on like sub-level 400 or something like that.
Okay.
So that's like level 4, I guess, technically. Because it's
4?
like, yeah, because it's not actually like hundreds. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 technically, but they call it 100, 200.
Right.
It's still great. The game's a lot of fun. That team knows what they're doing, right? Because that's the same team that did the Odyssey and primarily a lot of the 3D games, right?
They did Odyssey.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go back, because I never played through Odyssey before I did Donkey Kong, because I'm like, well, this feels very similar. But Odyssey's like so good, man. I didn't know it was this good. Because some of them, like the Wii U one, whatever that one's called, with the cat suit, is kind of okay.
Super Mario World. No, Super Mario 3D Land or something like that.
3D Land, yeah. I mean, that one was all right. And
that was different too, because there's like a co-op component to that as well too.
Right.
So you can have up to 4 players and stuff. Like, that one's pretty, like the Bowser stuff in that game is actually really good.
Right. 3D World, thanks, Butters. Good morning, by the way. Okay, letters to the editor. Cross licensing. This is from Sam Wu from the Bronx in Liberty City. I have been a true Nintendo customer ever since they began. Oh, really? I would challenge that, Sam. Did you buy the playing cards? Do you have the Ultra Hand? Anyway. Now I am infatuated with the Super Nintendo. However, Sega is coming out with some pretty slick games like Cool Spot, Echo the Dolphin, and Flashback. Again with the Cool Spot.
I feel like we need to get a copy of it. I think we talk a lot about
you should.
Cool Spot. Why me?
Why do I got to? I bought Bubsy, buddy.
Yeah, you like bad games. So if it ends up being a bad game, then it's good.
Listen, I've done my duty for the 90s mascots. I got Bubsy. I represent the Bubsy.
But you don't have Cool Spot.
No, you need to pick your mascot and not Mario or Sonic or Bonk. Cool Spot.
I don't think about that. No, I don't know about that.
What is up, Chad? Good to see you, buddy. Josh got Cool Spot. Okay, you got Cool Spot. So, Will, you got to get another one. I'm thinking
Jazz the Jackrabbit.
Arrow the Acrobat. Rayman.
Rayman. You know what? I'll go with Rayman. I like Rayman.
Ugh, Ubisoft. Rusty says, I want Echo the Dolphin. That was back when Ubisoft was good. So, I mean, yuck Ubisoft today is what I mean. Spyro, yeah, Spyro's a good one. We're not quite there yet. That's getting into PS1.
Chester Cheeto is great, Willie. No. Oh, nothing with Chester.
Okay. I want to be able to play these games without losing my loyalty. Losing my loyalty. Yes, Nintendo will come after you. Just like Sega will or anyone else. If you can't have both. You have to have one or the other. Without losing my loyalty to Nintendo. Are these games ever going to come out on the Super Nintendo system? All right, Sam. Cross-licensing is a great way to get the games out to everyone. As to your question, Sam, yes. Cool Spot will be ported over to the Super Nintendo with Virgin Interactive releasing it. Flashback from US Gold will also make its way to the Super NES. Echo the Dolphin, unfortunately, cannot go to the Super NES because Sega holds the rights to it. It's not uncommon for game companies to cross-license a game if they are a licensee to the partner group like Nintendo or Sega. There you go.
And now, Echo's dead.
What happened to Echo? Didn't we talk about this? He never made it to the 3D, right? Like he's just...
Was there an Echo game on Dreamcast?
Echo for Sega CD was the last.
There was an Echo on Dreamcast.
There was?
Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future.
Whoa.
Released in North America August 15th, 2000.
Really?
On the Dreamcast, yep. And they also had a PlayStation 2 version in 2002.
What? How do I not remember this? This is crazy. You're blowing my mind right now.
I thought I remembered one, and that's the I do remember the cover art now that I look at it, but that looks like to be the last Echo.
That's been, if I knew, it was wiped from my memory banks long ago. Interesting. Chad remembers. What's up, Christoph?
Hey, Christoph.
Good morning. Okay, you're up, pal. Here, or you can switch pages, whatever you want to do.
False masterpiece. What is this about? I'm gonna go. It's what's with Mario?
What's with the Mario?
Why are you guys so excited about Nintendo's new Super Mario All-Stars? I can't see why I or anyone else would want to fork out more money for just graphic and sound enhancements to an already good game. What's the point if the levels are exactly the same?
Whoa.
I feel like you just said it. It sounds better and it looks better. I feel like those are two good reasons.
And it gives you an excuse to go play them again, right?
Yeah, it just revitalizes those games.
Sure.
I still stand on that ground. I think the All-Stars did a great job of remastering those games, and they're a great way to play it now.
Listen, I'll say it too, and I'll piggyback on what you're saying. Like, Last of Us is a good example. That's been on 3 generations. Mm-hmm. Grand Theft Auto 5, you don't have to buy it. So my only thing is with something like Last of Us, as long as it's not setting the company back development time for something new.
Yep.
You know, if they have a separate team developing that for newer generation consoles, go for it. You don't have to buy the HD remake or whatnot, right? I've kind of changed my tune on this. So like same with GTA 5. You don't have to buy it again.
But it's there if you want it. It's for those that do want it.
As long as it's not holding back development of newer titles from that company. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I said it.
Like it. And realistically, if you think about it, like the money can the company can spend the money on what they want, right? If you're upset with it, vote with your dollars. Just don't buy it. Don't
open that wallet.
Yeah, but that's the issue, right? And we had the same thing with Skyrim, is that people just kept spending more. Every time a new Skyrim version would come out, people were like, I'm going to buy it. So what's Bethesda do? Why don't we make more of this every few years? Because people just keep buying it. You're just showing them that that's what you want, right?
We got a $5 super chat from Matt Tracker Rubin. Thank you for that, buddy. He says, check out the Psycho Letter of the Month if yins get a chance. Okay, you got it. You got it.
We got to read the reply. Ooh, we got sidetracked. To tell you the truth, Douglas, not all the levels are exactly the same. The second game on Super Mario All-Stars, The Lost Levels, is actually the real Super Mario Bros. 2 that was released only in Japan. This game went through the same graphic and sound changes, but the programmers have put in a few new levels. After you save the princess, levels A, B, C, and D become playable. There is another trick too. To access level 9, you must completely beat every level, including the Bowser's Never Warp and never save the game. Wait, I never knew that.
No. That, to me, Lost Levels, like, I'm no platforming wizard. Like, Lost Levels is way too hard for me. And I know that's like baby games compared to a lot of the levels that people design in like Mario Maker and stuff like that. But
oh yeah, by today's standards, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's way too hard for me. I didn't know about that either. Interesting. Morning, Dale.
Hey, Dale.
Okay. What's with Mario? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I guess I'm up. Matt, thank you for the super chat. Wait a second. Can we even zoom in on this?
You should be able to.
I don't know if I can.
What are you for the letter of the month?
Can you zoom in on yours? I don't know.
I can, yeah, because I can zoom in the PDF.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Do you want me to read it then?
Yeah, there we go. I got it. You really got to zoom in. Yeah, it's really blurry for me.
Okay. We're doing the Psycho Letter of the month?
Yeah. I can do the response if you want to do the letter itself. All right, here we go.
I, Matt Corson, like a lot of people, prefer cartoon-like games such as Bubsy, Cool Spot, Sonic, etc. over human-related games such as Flashback. I've been contemplating this subject of what cartoons I would like to see as a 16-bit video game.
A little bit of Emperor in there at the end.
Many great games are cartoon transformations like Death Valley Rally and Tasmania. I can think of no other cartoon I would like to see as a video game more than the Smurfs.
Oh, God. Why?
Just imagine all the possibilities. 16 megs of power for huge stages with levels that take place at the Smurf village by the river, in the forest, in the swamps, and the evil Gargamel's castle. Cool music, la 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 la. Killer bosses such as Big Nose, Helga, Azrael, and Gargamel. I could have a cool plot like a stay at the like a day of Smurfberry picking with Gargamel suddenly catches your fellow Smurflings.
You got too much spit and teeth going on.
Like, don't blame me. It's Matt Corson here, okay?
I'm talking to Matt Corson. I'm telling him he's got too much spit. I can't understand. Swallow. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Different character selections such as Baker Smurf, Junkie Smurf, Vanity Smurf, Hefty Smurf, and even Smurfette. With all their special abilities like Jokey's exploding packages.
This hurts. Almost done. Matt, I'm doing this for you.
There are certain game companies out who, with little effort, could turn the Smurfs into one of the greatest games in existence. Just think about it. The Smurfs could shoot game sales out of the stratosphere. Hopefully this letter gets printed so some of the major companies would see it and get to thinking, that's not a bad idea. By the way, I'm 16 years old. Not some dumb kid with a silly idea.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
My friends and I are the ones who are spending money on games. So don't throw your head back in laughter, thinking to yourself, oh, how cute. Take what I'm saying into consideration because together we can make this world a Smurfier place.
Oh, good job, and good job. You know what? Okay. So I totally screwed that up. So all that stuff you just read there, I thought that was the response. So I tried to zoom in on the actual letter. I'm an idiot. Let's hear it for WillyLo, ladies and gentlemen. That was great. That was great. And here's the response. Yeah. I bet you still play with dolls too. You imagine the rage in that guy's face when he read the response?
Yeah.
He's like, that's it? My great idea, and that's all you say? That was good. Smurftastic Willie, says Stacy. Let's get that up there. Yeah.
Oh, that hurt.
Let's go.
Thank you, friends.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm here every Friday, except for once a month.
I'm here every Friday, except the Friday I'm not here. Hey, wait a minute. Chad says, wait. I play with dollies.
Chad, we got something to tell you. We'll talk about it after,
Okay, international look. Midway scores again. We gotta find. How am I gonna follow that one up? It's actually impossible. What's going on?
The funny fact, so that voice, I would actually prank call Jay when we used to work together with that. Do you remember those?
Every single time.
And I would play it off just like because you never know over the phone back in the day because you don't know like is that the real person or not, or is that just Will screwing with me? So Jay would have to like still be professional about it, so you'd never know. And I just ask him for games, like just things out of left field.
And we'd be like, our store was in Westmount Mall, which is this dead mall. And our store was so small. It's like, I know you guys don't know the size of this room, but it was probably about the size of this room. And so I'd be in the back and Will would be doing this call and I'd have to like go kind of by the door just to see, if you hear an echo, if you're close enough to someone who's around, that you're talking to on the phone, you can kind of hear an echo. That's the only way because he's really good at it. He's still good at it. Gamer, that mall is still there. I was in there not too long ago, and oh my God, Will, have you been back there?
Yeah, we went. Do you remember when we went to see Indy?
That was like 2 years ago.
No, that's the last time I went. Actually, they have an Asian market that I frequent in there from time to time when I'm on that end of the city.
That, by the way, is not attached to the mall, which I think is hilarious.
So I don't have to go into the mall. I just go to the Asian market. I'm like, see ya.
There's like that hallway with like the hip clothing store, and it used to be Metro. Now it's like, the Asian market. And for whatever reason, when they decided to renovate Westmount Mall, they detached like that part of it for some reason. It's so strange, man. Like, why would you detach a part of the mall? But they did. And then they built that really expensive theater and didn't attach that to the mall. Anyway.
Yeah, because then there's no foot traffic into the mall because like there's no theater. So why? Yeah, no, I know. We've talked about it so many times. That mall is. I don't even know why that mall is still there.
From what I understand, it's like some company in Texas owns it, and I guess it's lucrative enough to keep running. I guess. I mean, Tim Hortons is the only thing that's alive, and then it's like all like older people's clothing stores, and then like cell phone case booths. That's it. But there you go. Lynx lives. Oh boy. This is from Jerry Majowski from Hanover Park, Illinois. Upon reading last month's issue, I came across something that I didn't understand. In the letters section, you answered Brian Cranston's question about the Lynx fate by telling him not to give up hope because there are several games coming out soon. Yet, I didn't see one Lynx game in the whole issue. Now that I think about it, there weren't any Lynx games in the past 8 or 9 issues. Don't say that Atari isn't giving you anything to review when there's a developing group on the other side of Lombard hard at work at developing new games. I didn't see why you had to stop doing your 1 page a month Lynx coverage. Okay. And then Rick from Cedarville, Michigan says, in the past few issues, I've come to think that you've given up on the Lynx. I like it. I like that these people are like blaming Electronic Gaming Monthly because there's no Lynx games, right? It's like we used to get that all the time at EB where people would come in and get mad at us when a game got delayed. Like we had something to do with it. What do you mean Halo 3's been delayed 2 weeks? Well, Will's in the back trying to finish it up now, but sorry, we'll work harder.
Every time they'd be like, "Oh, aren't you guys we don't make the games, we just sell them."
Although the lack of software is quite apparent, I still go to my favorite software store with hopes of finding something new. When you mentioned that more software was being developed, you never said when it would be released. Sorry, it's funny. Or when it would show up in your magazine. I just hope the Lynx isn't gone for good because I really enjoy what the Lynx can do. All right, well, you can unleash Ed on these two characters.
Hold on. I closed my thingy. Give me a sec. Oh, there it is.
18.
Here's a reply there. There you go. As we've said before, the Lynx is not dead, nor does it show any positive signs of being completely phased out.
What?
There are a handful of companies still producing games for the unit, and only reason we haven't shown a Lynx game since the February 1993 issue can be traced back to Atari themselves. You see, the only way we can take pictures of Lynx games is with the help of a black box. In September, Atari officially closed the Lombard offices and moved to Silicon Valley in California, taking our black box with them. So they took the black box away?
They took the only means for them to get their games photographed. They took it away from the leading game publication. Like, what?
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Then why? Then you're just not going to showcase your games, I guess? Okay, cool. Whatever. Until Atari gets around to returning the black box to the EGM offices, the chances of seeing another Lynx fact file seem pretty slim.
Yeah. So there you go. Well, good luck, Atari, in your future endeavors. I'm sure your next console is going to be great. Oh, look at this. This is another one of those like you wake up Christmas morning or Easter or whatever, and you're hoping to get like a cool second player controller, and you open it up, and Aunt Ethel has gifted you the F16 cordless joypad by Doc's High Tech. Dudes, this is amazing. Look at this. Look at this. By Doc's High Tech. I love it.
Infrared, though, I've never had a good experience with infrared technology.
Infrared's a myth, buddy.
Easy.
Doesn't even work. Stacy with the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Congrats to Greg Stuff Pro. Hey, Stuff Pro's a new viewer. Jacques, welcome back. Ajin, welcome back. GTA Greg. Thank you to the lovely Stacy for the 5 gifted. Yes, they are down to $1, guys. They were 5 and they shouldn't have been. So just so you guys know, they are $1 to become a channel member. There you go.
How's it going, Adrian? Love your face, brother.
Doc's High Tech. How much would it take for me to pay you to play games for a year with this controller? Like, how much would it take? Just say some way we could hook it up to Steam. We could hook it up to everything, okay? How much would it take for you to play with the Sentai Doc's High Tech F16 cordless infrared joypad? Will?
Trying to look what games we play with that D-pad. I guess whatever. It's a hypothetical.
Doesn't matter. You got to make it work.
$500. Low ball offer.
$500 for a whole year. Every game you play for a year, it would be a mere $500 to play with this thing.
Yeah.
1 million says gamer. That's more like it. How are you gonna play Battlefield with this thing?
You know what? That's just gonna create the content. What if I become amazing with it while playing Battlefield?
Matt, that's what we want. We want to merge the communities. Matt says every time Willie's on, a gifted sub goes to someone from his community. I think it's awesome. What's going on, Mo? Lurking while working. Welcome. Happy Friday. Oh, crap.
What?
Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Look at these scores, Will.
Well, it's 2 Turbo at least.
We got a Platinum Award. This is Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo by Capcom. You sighed because... Why?
No. I just, like I've said before, they have so much Street Fighter content.
Yeah.
I love Street Fighter. Don't get me wrong. It's just every magazine, I think, for the last few issues, gosh, it's got to be at least 10 issues now, has been Street Fighter related somewhere. And I get this one's like Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. I get it. But still.
That shows just how gigantic fighting games were, and in particular Street Fighter, right? For sure. Let's see what Steve and Ed have been up to the past month. Steve Harris celebrating the 50th issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly with beef jerky, a cold can of the Dew Matt Tracker, and 2 of his favorite carts is the boss's agenda. His current favorite games include Street Fighter 2 Turbo and Super Mario Brothers All-Stars. Steve's got some class.
Spoiler alert, next Tuesday, Jay and I are going out hunting finally. I'm getting that itch. And I'm thinking Super Mario Brothers All-Stars is on my list now.
Oh.
Since we talked about it last, I was like, I could go for some All-Stars.
You got to go hipster, okay? We got to push you. You got to get Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World cart. That one's pretty hard to find because it was only a pack-in for a very short time.
With complete in box, we've seen one. Do you know how much those go for?
No, that's the Mario World box. Super Mario World just on its own is worth.
Oh yes, the double one. Yeah,
there was Super Mario All Stars, and then
and then it came with World.
Super Mario All Stars plus Super Mario World.
I know what you're talking about now. I thought you meant to buy a complete in box Super Mario World, and I was like, that's the same amount of money I could spend on Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, that's again because, and I think the one we saw, it was wasn't it a Greatest Hits too?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Yeah, and it was up there. What's up? Wake up.
Ed, not quite accustomed to married life yet. Ed's grumbling because he misses those greasy nights of pizza and Super Mario Brothers All-Stars. So I was like, Super Mario Brothers ass?
Ass.
Ass! Current favorite game, Super Mario Brothers All-Stars, and Ed, why Play Fighter? How is that a favorite game? Ed, I question everything about you.
Hipster. Jeez. Okay, so Steve gives it a 9. This is the best fighter for the Super Nintendo to date. This card is absolutely unreal. This is the home fighting game to be reckoned with in the 16-bit systems. Tons of options, super speed, ability to play as bosses, and absolutely killer stereo sound effects make it this the rarest of things. The perfect fighting game. Great one, Capcom. Yee-hee.
I didn't think the first Street Fighter 2 could be topped. But with a surprise, but what a surprise this one is. The first improvement is the incredible speed and new attacks that can be accomplished. Don't think that the combos of the old one will work because the computer isn't stupid anymore. Yeah, it cheats sometimes. That's why. The best fighting game just got better. 10!
So Street Fighter 2 Turbo is my least favorite, but this is the first one on Super Nintendo where you could play the bosses because Genesis got Champion Edition. So again, the crisper, cleaner graphics, the better color palette of the Super Nintendo really shines here. That's my review. 11 out of 10. Dungeon Master, as you were. Oh, ASCII pads. God, these controllers, man. ASCII
everywhere.
pad, SG6.
The fight stick looks cool though.
Yeah, and I guess now's the time, right, to bust those out with Mortal Kombat coming out and Street Fighter and Clay Fighter.
Well, yeah, no, not Clay Fighter, but the other ones, yeah. If you had to choose Clay Fighter or Pit Fighter.
Oh, Clay Fighter.
Really?
Pit Fighter.
Pit Fighter's pretty bad. Yeah.
Awful.
But Clay Fighter is just also really bad.
That's true. Like, yeah. I don't know, chat. Let's put that up there. That's a good poll. Well, congrats to Nintendo. No surprise there. Oh God. Choose your poison.
That's pretty close. I thought Sony and Nintendo would be pretty close on that poll.
I'll let you introduce this one, Will. I'll get the poll up.
Boxing Legends of the Ring by Electro Brain for the Super Nintendo. Ed gave it a 7. This is one of the better boxing games to come along in a while. The music is really impressive and the wide array of options is a nice feature. The graphics are very realistic and complemented by the smooth animation. The only drawback would be that the control is less than precise and takes a long time to get used to.
Electro Brain. I can't say is that rings a bell for companies.
That's a fun name, though. Electro Brain.
Yeah. Okay. Steve gives it a 6. Rather than having a Street Fighter side view perspective boxing game, you almost get a first-person view with this one. The result is a mixed game. The sound effects are very good, but the movements are choppy and sometimes unresponsive. Still, this is a good attempt at recreating a difficult atmospheric sport. 6. Ass.
I already read, so you're going on the next one.
Oh, here's Cool Spot by Virgin Interactive, ladies and gentlemen. For the Super Nintendo, it gets the Editor's Gold Award. And look at this. Okay. Can we get in the chat, can we get you guys to pressure Will to get Cool Spot? Since I did get Bubsy, I feel like it's only fair.
You chose to get Bubsy.
No. You see, Bubsy chose me. Okay? You know, it's like when you're picking an animal, right? You go out to pick an animal. They choose you. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's that one that's like him. He's going to be my owner. And then you don't have a choice, right? It's just like, okay, well, that's the one. Cool Spot. 8 from Steve. Steve's the downer on this one. Just when you thought the Genesis version was the best it could get, here comes the Super Nintendo version, which outdoes the Sega counterpart. The multi-directional firing and improved graphics just add to the overall fun. The only problem, the whole spot thing is beginning to wear thin. Still, it's a good time. Oh. 8. Look at that Walkman, dude. Don't you want to play that level? Look at the Walkman. Look at it.
I try not to. I was blurring my eyes to make it look better.
Yeah, there you go, gamers. So we'll get his comment up here. Buy it, WillyLo.
How much is...
He just says buy it. School spot for the 7-Up.
Price charting. All right, let's see what this is at.
It's worth 75 cents.
Well, we have to... It's still the CIB rule.
Right, but...
There's a factory sealed one for $652.
I mean, look, if you're a 7-Up fan, sure. It's like buying Pepsi Man CIB. Or like Shrunk Wrap still. That's just crazy talk.
$70.
$70 reg. So it's like everything's back up to full price again. I listen, okay. If not Cool Spot, I feel like it has to be Cool Spot. And like Yo Noid is another one that keeps veering its head around us. Like Yo Noid, but Yo Noid, like CIB, the Capcom Classic, that's going to be like $200-$300.
I think I'd rather you Noid.
Okay. Well, I think Will's got to get a mascot game that's not Mario and Sonic, chat, or Bonk, or Crash.
Do I have a copy of Sonic? Oh, I do have a copy of Sonic. It's in the box with the Genesis 2.
There you go. Mo says, I had Mortal Kombat on my DOS PC back in the day. How did that play?
I liked It's Time to Wake Up's request.
Can you add a punch in the face to the curd bowl? That's great. You got to pick one. That's the pain. Okay, you're up.
While the Genesis version was spectacular, the Super NES version improves upon the only flaw with the Sega edition, the choppy scrolling. With this repaired, Cool Spot is now an even better game with new features in the background and music that really sets the pace. Spot is really the coolest dot around. You know what? It doesn't sound like a bad game. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens on Tuesday, friends. Whatever. We'll see what happens.
I
wants to send me proceeds to get it. You know, just send me a little bit.
Send him some chump change to buy cool nothings. I think Will needs to get a bad mascot game. So this one might be too good.
Ah, you already said it.
Might be too good. Reverse psychology, chat. It works. Ladies and gentlemen, Mortal Kombat, published by Acclaim. I believe programmed by Acclaim too for the Super Nintendo. Ooh. Eek. And again, I know 5 is average, Will, but I feel like 7 in EGM is like the average score. Like that's average, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Steve says, let's face it, the only thing this game really had going for it was the blood and fatalities. It's no Street Fighter 2, but it is an interesting variation on the fighting game scene. Acclaim deserves, a lot of credit for producing an almost perfect translation of the arcade version, but failing to retain the key elements. Blood hurts the effort.
Bum, bum.
That's rough, man. 7.
While it may be hard to compete with other fighting games, Mortal Kombat really holds its own. The backgrounds are beautifully drawn, the music is terrific, and every sound effect is heard. The crisp, digitized effect is extremely well done with a very impressive play control. However, there's still something missing.
Blood. You guys better listen to Stacy or else. Just saying.
The old blood and guts.
Again, I don't know. It wasn't a huge deal for me. It wasn't. But
yeah, but we've already seen the sales statistics. Apparently it was.
For most people, yeah. Yep. Oh, see, chat. Ask and you shall receive. You know what I'm saying? Cool Spot is too good. I think Will needs to get Rocky Rodent. Who the hell is Rocky Rodent?
No, can we go back to the cool spot now?
No. I think this is a nice equivalent to Bubsy Chat. What do you guys think?
That's the rodent thing with the... Remember we commented on it and everything about him looked generic? He had like the mohawk.
Perfect.
But this game's actually rated very well.
This is IREM's mascot. 8. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Despite the appearance of another Sonic ripoff, Rocky Rodent comes off remarkably well. Rocky has style and character, especially with his many hairstyles that can be used as weapons. Oh, man, now you got to get it. Despite some rather difficult levels, Rocky's many techniques and weapons can be mastered with practice. Just love Rocky's yell.
I guess the I don't know, the hairstyles giving different power-ups sounds kind of cool. I don't know.
Be careful what you say.
Quite a surprise, Rocky Rodent looked like a standard fair side-scroller, but once you play, you realize just how much technique really is involved. Sporting all kinds of kooky hairstyles gives you a variety of choices to get you through the long and sometimes difficult levels. Just don't let his flapping tongue scare you.
Oh! All right. Well, now you've got my attention, Mr. Rodent.
I'm here for the flapping tongue.
I mean, who is it? What is he, a squirrel?
Just as a rodent.
Was it
a rodent could be like a squirrel, a rat.
Okay, spiky top, giant spring, Rocky Rodent. Doesn't even say what he is. I don't know.
He's just a rodent.
Moving on, Editor's Choice Platinum.
Let's go, baby!
Mario All-Stars by Nintendo for the Super Nintendo. 9 from Steve. Amazing. This 4-in-1 cart will keep fans occupied for hours, if not days. This is a must-have for anyone with a Super NES. Everything is here, even the glitches and secret levels. The 16-bit conversion graphically is fantastic, and the stereo sound enhances the overall effect. My favorite is Dream Factory. What?
Dream Factory?
What's Dream Factory? Matt says, I'm here for the flapping tongue. That's what she said. Packers. So much tongue action here in chat today. Squirts everywhere. Golly.
Packers.
Let's go.
Ed gives this a perfect 10. Save the princess all over again. So, All-Stars is a masterpiece from beginning to end. Although it really is nothing new, All-Stars blows the roof off the fun factor. 4 fun games with enhanced graphics and music is just too much. The best part is that all these wonderful secrets that have been left in. Ditch those old 8-bit versions for this one.
Don't do it, chat. Don't do it. Keep them and get this one too. What's up, Raj?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Raj. If only I could go back in time and tell myself that.
Look, yeah. I didn't want to talk about those sealed Marios. I don't even want to talk about that. Anyway, moving on. Super Off-Road the Baja from Trade West for the Super Nintendo. I never liked this game. This is not the isometric view one. This is like, I think, like a first or third person kind of view that uses mode 7. 6. Well, look at Ed likes everything today. What's going on? Oh, he's married, I guess. He's in a great
He's
mood
coming
right
back
now.
from that honeymoon.
Yeah. The Baja suffers from one fatal flaw that can basically kill any racing game. It is choppy. The scrolling of the off-road... Whoa. The scrolling of the off... the scrolling of the road as it comes towards you doesn't flow the way it should, and the steering and maneuvering of your vehicle is a bit clumsy. Still, there are enough options to keep racing fans happy. I was just expecting more.
Ed gave it an 8. Wow. Super Off-Road the Baja makes the old Super Off-Road look like a kiddie race. The perspective is a welcome change from the usual overused views with a plethora of racing options, and the ability to hop up the trucks is a real kick. What the hell is Ed even saying?
I don't know.
Hitting the spectators seems a bit harsh, but it's a fun way to release some steam. What? You can hit the spectators?
This might be the first GTA. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. We have a college professor. Hang on, in the chat. Hang on. Professor JT is here to correct my ignoramus Canadian education, like usual. I'm so sorry. I'm sure the pronunciation of the game would have helped the Chaffee graphics. Chaffee graphics?
Wait, what did you say? Baja?
No, I said Baja.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
I
like
said,
Baja Blast.
I said Baja.
Oh, okay.
I did. I said it. So screw you guys. I'm going home.
I didn't pay attention, apparently.
No, you said it right.
No, I know. I'm just saying I didn't pay attention to you saying it.
Dashing Desperados. Let's go. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Will this might be your mascot game? Okay,
on the Genesis, I'm not collecting Genesis right now. I got so many things I got to collect for already.
Here is another mascot. It's Chuck Rock, son of Chuck. Chuck Rock 2, son of Chuck.
What about Joe and Mac? Can I get Joe and Mac? Are they mascots?
For Data East. Would Joe and Mac be mascots?
They have a few of their games. There's a few Joe and Mac
games. I would say that they are. I like the Joe and Mac games. Yeah. Well, he's a consolist, that's why. Gamer. He's always been. And you can't change the leopard spots or stripes or whatever the hell it is. It's the way it is.
It's not that. If I start collecting too many systems, then I'm not going to have like a nice collection. I got to build them up a little bit first. Actually, I was looking at my collection recently, and it's actually pretty built up now.
All right, so it's time to move on. And what a way to start with Chuck Rock 2, son of Chuck.
Again, another game that's not tremendously like poorly rated. It's actually well received.
Yeah, I think this is before clearly the oversaturation. I think after, a couple of years of this, it'll be like, in the early 2000s when we had all the GTA clones, it was like, okay, stop with the crime games. We've had enough.
Yeah.
We've had enough. Okay, 7.
I'm starting to agree with you, a gamer. I'm just saying.
Willie,
don't tell Jay, though.
Needs cool spot for his collection. Yes, but for Genesis, gamer.
Split the difference. Because the Genesis version's worse?
No, just split the difference. You got to get the mascot game, okay? So, and that'll be your first Genesis game.
No. I have Bob.
That's good.
Bob's a mascot.
That was gifted to you. You have to purchase it. Once you do it, it's like getting a tattoo. Once you get one, all the rest are like easy. It's like, oh, cool. That's a cool picture.
Now that I think about it, I do like that both the Genesis games I have, I did not pay for.
What's the other one? Oh, Sonic?
Yeah, because we got free copies of Sonic just given to us. And then JP bought me Bob. So my 2 Genesis games I never had to buy.
Dude, we just put together an idea there.
Uh-oh.
Sega Genesis Quest. And Will has to go around and collect all the Genesis games, but he can't spend $1. He can't spend a dime.
I just got to go in and beg people for... Can I have this Genesis game?
You got to somehow... No, you might have to trade up some stuff. You might have to sell some blood. Do what you got to do. But you got to get all the Genesis games without spending $1. Ooh.
That sounds awful.
Not being the greatest fan of Chuck Rock, son of Chuck, really surprised me. The graphics, especially the scaling and rotation and some of the effects, are some of the best for the system. The animations of little Chuck are cute. But in the end, the whole effect becomes repetitious. Great bosses and sound effects, though. 7. I'd rather play with something.
Willie just begs out in front of the gaming stores. Exactly.
I'd pay to
But you know
see
what? I'm gonna bring a sign on Tuesday. We're just gonna sit out in front of the store and it's just gonna say free please Genesis games, please. Free Genesis games, please.
Well, I'll tell the truth, Cole. I don't want to pay money for these because I don't think they're worth money. And all the Sega fans will like hit you upside the head with a board.
Sure. The whole 2 of them.
What? Whoa. Okay. Shut up. Go.
The original Chuck Rock was rather fun, but this one really takes the cake. I've never seen special effects like these on the Genesis. While it may be simulated scaling and rotation, the effect is fantastic. The club-wielding baby may be an unlikely hero, but he's cool. It's more fun than a barrel of brontosauruses. 8. He's a baby?
Son of Chuck?
Okay, but a son doesn't have to be a baby.
Yeah, so I see like Chuck, I think, going in the dinosaur's mouth there, and then there's this little baby thing. I don't know, man. It's stupid. Like, if you could like name like the 5 worst mascots, I think Chuck Rock would be up there. Like Booger Man, that's another one I always talk about. He sucks. Give me a break.
Booger Man or Earthworm Jim? Go.
See, I don't. Earthworm Jim,
I know you don't like Earthworm Jim.
he's got potential. I don't mind the character. I don't like the games though.
Yeah, it was definitely squandered. They really messed up that whole like franchise.
But there was the 3D cleansing, right? The PlayStation, the 64, the 3D cleansing, and that killed like a good 70% of these mascots. If you didn't make it like Earthworm Jim 3, Rusty, actually produced by Rockstar. Thank you. But anyway, that game is so bad that like that was the end of Earthworm Jim, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you had to. It was like learning to swim, even though you didn't want to go in the water. It didn't matter because like 2D was considered an archaic gaming form. It wasn't like an art style like it is now. So Earthworm Jim was unfortunately one of those ones that didn't quite make it. Bonk, you know what Bonk said? F this. I quit. And Bonk just left. He's like, I'm not doing the 3D. Forget it.
Yeah, I'm out. Can we bring back the Bonk games? Just give me a Bonk collection.
I would like to see an HD version. Did you read? Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did.
Jurassic Park.
It's Jay's favorite series. We need to get Jay to play a Jurassic Park game.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. This says the guy with the Bubsy shirt. Well, Missy, this is a Diva shirt from Overwatch, actually. Thank you very much.
No, they're talking about mine. Mine's a Conquer shirt.
Oh, were you making fun of Will? Well, I apologize then. Okay, Jurassic Park. Like the blockbuster movie, the game is big. This 16 meg monster takes a lot to play, patience and mastering of quite a few techniques, but it's well worth it. The best aspect is being able to play as the Raptor, turning the tables on you, on your would-be captors, usually by pouncing on them and chomping them down, is a blast.
That dang Raptor.
Willie's shirt. Okay, I got to do this for myself. I don't know if you can hear it. What is it? Your shirt is Conquer?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Conquer Bad Fur Day shirt. See?
Stand up, I can't see lips. Oh, there you go. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, it's a cool shirt. I've had it for a few years. I like it.
I'm just saying, I want the Bubsy exclamation point shirt.
You can just make that.
Nah, it's got to be official. Because they released...
The official one was even bootleg, so it's not even really official.
No, they released that game on PS4, which is on the list, by the way. As is my Grail. Do you want to know my Grail item? Do you want me to spoil it? No, we'll save it. My Grail item is so disappointing that everyone's going to cry. They're just going to like, for like my segments of the video world, they're just going to fast forward to yours. They're going to be like, I can't watch this Bartlett kid anymore.
We can't trust them anymore, man.
He's just getting stupid crap, man. Like, All right.
Oh, yeah, my fault. Yeah. What do you get when you mix dinosaurs and flashback? A very impressive game from Sega. That's what. The graphics are wild and the dinosaur animation will thrill your senses. The option of playing as the Raptor or Dr. Grant open new gaming possibilities that should be used more. Another movie-based game that's a hit.
Excellent. I never played this one.
Yeah. I remember the one Jurassic Park game I played. I think it was on the Super Nintendo. It was like the top-down.
Yeah, it's different.
One.
Because this is Sega makes this one.
Yeah.
Very different. Micro Machines.
Hey, JP's favorite game.
By Codemasters for Genesis 7's all around. All around. This is a great two-player racing game. The plot is very clever, and some of the racing areas will really make you laugh. The control is a little too touchy, but you get used to it with repeat playings. Control's too touchy, Will. You need that SDD gamepad for that. The variety of racers is also a big plus, although I'm not exactly sure what their strengths and weaknesses are. 7.
Huh. It doesn't look that bad. It looks like the original like off-road games.
Right, but it probably controls like, Aunt Connie. So
easy.
So yeah.
Well, the name is Micro Machines. The game is big in fun. The tracks are very creative and set in some unusual places, like pool tables, outside gardens, and the breakfast table. Okay. The unusual.
That's fun, right?
The game really is best when 2 or more players compete for bragging rights. The one problem is that it just doesn't look like a 16-bit game. That's true. It looks like it could be done on the NES.
Wake Up says, am I the only one waiting for scientists to bring back dinosaurs? Yes, because they suck. Sorry, they do. Dinosaurs aren't fun and they're not cool. It's all just dumb. Except Grimlock is cool. I like him. Nigel beats Mario. Mario Andretti, that is. Wrong. All right. Mortal Kombat for the Sega Genesis.
So is this the reason why it sold more? EGM rated it better?
The influence of this magazine cannot be understated, my friend. You never know. But this is also made by Arena. So it's a different company than Acclaim. Although Acclaim published it, it looks like this company, Arena, programmed it, translated it over. So it got Editor's Choice Gold, crushing the Super Nintendo, but still no 10s like Street Fighter. Interesting. Mortal Kombat shows the advantage of the Sega Genesis over the Super NES. It can show blood, and the blood code makes combat closer to the arcade than the Super NES counterpart. However, the voices could use some work, and unless you have the new 6-button controller, using start for block will drive you nuts.
Huh. Yeah, that's... Yeah. We were talking about that before, like the 3-button Genesis controllers. There's never not buttons.
Look, like everyone I knew who had a Genesis at this point, who was into fighting games, invested the money to get the 6-button, right? Like, yeah. I don't blame Sega, because they only had the 3 buttons. It's just evolution. At least they saw, okay, well, Super Nintendo has a ton. We need to come out with one with 6 buttons. And it was laid out in such a way that it was like the arcade for Street Fighter. So it was really well done.
Mm-hmm. Mortal Kombat for the Genesis naturally shows the one thing the Nintendo version doesn't. Blood. The blood does make a difference for some people, and it doesn't make the game. The controller is pretty good, but the lack of sound effects really hurts. The 6-button controller will definitely make your life easier.
All right, enough about Mortal Kombat. Let's get to Shinobi 3, which is a friggin' Editor's Choice Platinum. Look at this bad boy. So that
These are also games I've never really played. The first Shinobi game I played was on the PS2. That game was not great.
Yeah, that's when they all went. Like Ninja Gaiden did really well, going 3D to the Xbox, and then Sega's like, "Hey, we got a Ninja 2." But I was just gonna say, I've heard nothing but great things about the Shinobi demo that is out now, which I have not tried. It looks almost identical to Ninja Gaiden, the new Ninja Gaiden Rage Bait or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to try it. Gamer says the soundtrack on Genesis. The soundtrack on Genesis. Lame, changed my mind. Yeah, it's the sound chip the Genesis has, Gamer. It just, I don't think it was as good. Like if you look at not even the score of Final Fantasy 2 and 3, but like the way the sound came out of the hardware, it just sounds better, right?
Yeah. Something about it. It always had that like little bit of a staticky sound for the Genesis games, in my mind, anyways, right? Or like electronic-y sound, I guess.
It just doesn't sound as good. And I think it's just me personally too. I think the TurboGrafx has a better sound processor than the Genesis. It just sounds better. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's that Genesis sound, and I will go back and say that I do appreciate it because owning both systems, there was really a difference, even down to the sound, which I do appreciate. I really do. Shinobi is back, and it's for the fourth time, and he is an all-out wiener. This time, with more moves, more weapons, and flawless control, Shinobi became the best game for the Genesis. Oh, sorry. Shinobi becomes the best game for the Genesis in a long, long time. The horseback and jet ski riding are fantastic. The bosses couldn't be better. One problem, though. It ends too soon. 9.
Sega's done it again. Shinobi 3 is a fantastic game. The graphics are really improved with more background emphasis, and the addition of riding sequences makes the trip worthwhile. Shinobi 3 is even loaded with more technique than before. Just wait until you see some of these bosses. Whew.
Woo-wee.
Woo!
Super Baseball 2020. Wow, that's the future. Yeah. Let's see. 6.
You're right about this. I was just before you get into it. Anyways.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ed's like 9, 8s, and 10s the entire time. Everyone else is 6, 5, 6, and Ed's still an 8.
Yeah. Well, Ed's, he's married. He's loving life right now. He's having a great time. And he's turned over a new leaf. He's starting to see the positive in everything, right? So there you go. Hey, Bowler, good to see you. This is an interesting variation on the old sports scene that is sometimes successful and sometimes not. Graphically, it's excellent with very fluid movements and excellent voice digitization. Whoa, Captain Power. However, the game is very difficult and it's very easy to execute the plays. Baseball fans will probably find interest in this one. Wrong.
Bop, bop. Super Baseball. Good job, EA. This is probably the closest translation from the Neo Geo version yet. The graphics are very clean, and the animation isn't too shabby either. The game plays a bit differently because it's harder to hit a home run, but the robotic players don't have much of a problem with this. A good change of pace for baseball fans. Yeah, because baseball's boring. I said it!
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't mind baseball. I'd rather watch baseball than football. And I'd rather watch baseball than hockey. I don't like hockey either. I know that's weird, me being Canadian and all that. But there you go. Oh, yeah, we were going to do one of these, right? For a race. One of these LucasArts Star Wars games.
Oh, yeah.
We were thinking about that anyway.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. What is going on, Bowler? You're on a mission to beat the American version of Ninja Gaiden 3. The Japanese version is a superior version. Well, the Japanese one isn't cheap to make you not beat it, so you'll rent it again. Right? So, yeah. I'm sorry, gamer. No offense to hockey fans. I know.
Banana League Baseball? What? Am I gonna be put on a watch list if I look that up, Billy D? Is that like after hours baseball?
Buddy,
Welcome to Banana League Baseball.
Samurai Showdown. Now we're talking. All right. All this talk about Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, people forgot about this SNK masterpiece for the Neo Geo. Samurai Showdown gets a 9 from Steve and earns the Editor's Choice Platinum. Will, I just want to say, I don't mean to skip ahead, but Mortal Kombat for the Game Gear got better scores than the Super Nintendo one. Oof.
Rough, right?
Yikes. Wow, look out. The game is absolutely fantastic. On the heels of the impressive World Heroes 2, here comes another fighting game. The characters are very appealing and their moves are easy to execute and are very devastating. The way the fight scrolls at you at times is very well done and some superb sound. Yes!
Hold on to your hats, boys and girls. Samurai Showdown is a graphic masterpiece that cannot be rivaled. The combination of stunning graphics and killer soundtrack, along with powerful moves and techniques, is intense. The one drawback is the zooming feature that really plays with your mind. Definite must buy for anybody who can afford a Neo Geo.
There you go. Watching hockey is great, Jay, if you watch a good team. Wrong. Disagree. But hey, buddy, we all like different things, right? I'd rather watch paint dry, to be honest with you. That's like getting you to play Marvel Rivals for like 5 hours straight. You'd be like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do it. We're moving on. Did you? Yeah, you did yours, right? Definite must buy. Mortal Kombat for the Game Boy. Now, this one is by Acclaim. Oh my God. Now, I defended this title again a little bit because one of the PR guys from the new Mortal Kombat collection that's coming out put another perspective on the Game Boy one, and he said some kids that played this back in the day, this was the only way they ever got to experience Mortal Kombat, so they do have nostalgia for this version, and I kind of get that. I do.
Those poor kids.
But yeah, those poor kids. 5. See, that's pretty generous, man. 2 buttons on the Game Boy, chat. 2 buttons on the Game Boy.
I think I had this on the Game Boy.
Oof.
I remember putting it in. I'm like, I don't think I ever played it. It just sat in my case forever.
The only difference in the Game Boy version is that Johnny Cage and Reptile are missing. I mean, that's not bad. The Reptile secret's not there, and Johnny Cage. Why'd they cut out Johnny Cage?
Probably memory
limitations,
constraints.
I guess. Yeah. There you go. One thing a fighting game must have is concise controls. Without it, the game becomes incredibly frustrating. That is the case here with Mortal Kombat for the Game Boy. The graphics are great considering it's a portable system, but the controls are so sluggish and unresponsive. The whole thing became very annoying. Here you go.
Ed's still on like a 6. Like, I don't know.
Dude, he sees the good in everyone. Mr. Positive, Ed. I like it. Turning over a new leaf. I like it. Let's go.
What we have here is a good game doomed by incredibly slow controls and choppy animation. The graphics are very good, but even on the Game Boy, but trying to perform special attacks and the finishing moves become a veritable chore. The music tunes are repetitive as well. This one could have been better. I don't know if it could have been, really.
How would you do that? Like, even if I'm trying to think. Let's look at the Game Boy. Okay, it's got start, select, and then A and B. Even if somehow you manage to implement start and select, hang on, right, which is like right beside each other. Okay, so even if you had to use those and you didn't have a pause button, how the hell would you? Maybe it's not even that, it's not even that bad, I guess, but they didn't utilize that. It just had two. So what would be block if you would hold like A and B together? Like,
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know.
It's very, very constrained. That's for sure. That's it. Yeah, it was. I guess they had to bring it out on the platform, but it just seems like it wasn't a great choice. Unlike the Game Gear.
Yeah. Did you go?
Yes.
So Game Gear scores higher than the Super Nintendo. See, I feel like that's them just disliking the Super Nintendo one so bad. There's no way. Even with the blood, like you're telling me the blood and the fatalities matter so much that this got a higher score than the Super Nintendo one, which had way better graphics and sound. It just doesn't make sense to me. Then I have to say, like, is there true substance in the first one? I think there is, but I'm just saying that as a blanket statement. If everything rides on the blood and the fatalities, that's crazy.
But it seems that's the case. That was the biggest draw. Like, I get it. Like, Mortal Kombat's still, like, it's more clunky than Street Fighter, but it's still, like, a solid fighting game. But the draw was the gore and blood. That was the big thing everybody always talked about. And, like, especially as kids, you're like, oh, yeah, like, I ripped this dude's head off. And, like, that's the thing that drew people to Mortal Kombat.
When I was recording all the footage for my History of Mortal Kombat video, it was really nice to just play a fighting game where if you hit someone with a roundhouse or if you hit someone with an uppercut, it did a lot of damage. And that's all you had to worry about. Do you know what I mean? Like, as the years have gone on, I've been turned off more and more by fighting games because the memorization of like just ridiculous combos. Like way too much, right? So it's nice to go back to Street Fighter 2, to Mortal Kombat 1, the original, I should say, where they just had, maybe a couple hit combos here and there.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's good, right? Simpler times. So 8, got it. Editor's Choice Gold. So good for the Game Gear. Good for the Game Gear. Now, wait a minute. 2 buttons again. Okay, we got to read this then.
Yeah, I guess. No. Yeah, the Game Gear only had 2 buttons.
I got to get it.
I can't remember now.
2 buttons.
Okay, yeah. I'm remembering it right.
2 buttons.
There's no shoulders on that one?
No. There you go. So this right here, 2 buttons, that means that the higher score of Super Nintendo is all because of the gore.
Yeah, because their complaint was the control schemes, and they're still saying it's better on the Game Gear.
2 buttons and only 1 start. There's nothing on the top. Yeah, that's it. Oh, you got the strap though. And we got, I don't know if you guys can see that, the pre-owned sticker from EB Games, $9.99. So there you go. Does this work? Probably, absolutely, almost 100% no.
My understanding, a lot of the Game Gears right now, they're having a capacitor issues. A lot of the capacitors are blowing on them.
Oh, sure. I'm sure it's dead. 100%. But anyway, now this is more like it. Hard to believe the graphics for the Game Gear could look this good. The control is head and shoulders above the Game Boy version. They were very responsive, which made this an incredibly fun game. The only problem was having to use the start button to block, but you can't have everything.
Yeah, you have to expect some limitations with a handheld version. Not like today. Today is a little bit different, but back then, anyways.
Yeah. 8. That's pretty good.
Never thought the Game Gear could produce graphics like this before. Every pixel is nearly perfect and the characters are really huge. The backgrounds are also filled with detail like never before. Although the characters move kinda choppy, the controls are very good and the blood code is a nice addition too. So you have to put a code in for the blood? Is that what that means?
For Genesis, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you absolutely did.
See, I always knew they had the blood in there. I didn't realize you had to put a code to put it in.
Yeah, which is not a huge deal. At least they had it, right? But
yeah,
you definitely did. Raj says, Jay and Will, a Mortal Kombat game without blood and gore is like a hamburger without the beef. Am I right? Am I right?
So Jay doesn't agree with that, and I can understand Jay's point, but that was the spectacle of Mortal Kombat. I think the blood and gore is what brought people more to Mortal Kombat than the actual game. The gameplay and stuff was like the nice benefit of it, but people just wanted to see the gore.
Yeah. And it was really good too because, you know, Boone and Tobias saw the wasted, quote unquote, wasted opportunity of, you know, when you would be in Stars and Street Fighter, the free hit, if you will, and wanted to do something different with it, like put a little blood sport in it. And I think it's cool, but I'll defend Mortal Kombat and say that I think there's more to it than just the blood. And all these reviews, it always comes down to the blood and fatalities. And I think it deserves more than that. But hey, that's me over here. That's me. Where are we at here? Shinobi 3 ad, gaming gossip. Oh God, we need some coffee, Will.
Yeah, I could refill my coffee.
We 100% need some friggin' coffee before we get into which game hunt video would you like to put on for the break, Will? We've had so many.
I've been thinking about good time games recently.
Good time games right there. Okay, we will put that on for the break.
I feel like that we may go revisit Good Time Games. I really like that store.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We're just doing a really quick break here. We're going to grab some coffee. I suggest you guys do the same. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Look at these guys on the screen. Look at these guys.
If we open this and it has the book, we're going to get it.
I know those people.
If we open this
I
and
know
this does
them
not
too.
have the book, we're not going to get it.
Fair? Sounds fair to me. Yeah, it's not my money.
Turn right, then your destination will be on the left. Your
Dude,
destination is on the left.
damn computer voice. Right through the salt. Perfect. We're at Good Time Games. We made it.
We had that itch. I had that itch.
Text me. He's like, we got to go. I'm like, all right, you twisted my arm. We'll go. We'll go. So what's on the list? What's changed?
I'm really hunting. I really want to find a copy of Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know
Really?
why it's been on my mind for so long. I can't find a copy locally near us. GoldenEye, I mentioned. GoldenEye's not super rare,
No.
but complete in box as we go. But I was playing Perfect Dark, and I was like, man, I could go for some GoldenEye.
GoldenEye is good. We don't want to get the Nintendo Seal one, though. We want the regular GoldenEye. No greatest hits.
Yeah, just like the
Okay.
PlayStations. I can't do that green greatest hits logo.
Yep.
Can't do it.
Okay, so I want to get Metal Gear still on PlayStation 1. I want to get one N-Gage game because it's bothering me that I don't have one. I just want one.
Would you actually play it?
No, you think that thing will work if I open it now? You have to contact your service provider. Nokia? Is it Nokia? Yeah. Mega Man 3 I was kind of looking at because I do have 2. 3 was the first game I ever purchased when I was able to work. So that was the first game I ever bought myself. I don't have that one obviously anymore, but getting that again I think would be
So that's
cool.
funny because we always do it by 3 years, right? So my third one was actually Mega Man 2. And because you guys didn't get to see this, we didn't film it, but we went to another store with Josh JP Pepper.
Right. Oh, yes. Oh,
And he picked up a copy that was really good shape for Mega Man 2, and I really regret not doing it.
In your defense, that was the same day we went to Game Cycle. You got Castlevania.
Yeah.
And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. So
No.
you only have so much money. I get it. But guess who did pick it up? At any rate, we're going to go see what Good Time Games has for us today. Let's go, Willie.
Let's get it.
Super.
Is it in there?
Yeah.
So much better than the Super.
Oh, so much better.
Look at that.
Such a cool system.
I can't venture into those yet, though. I'm gonna get in trouble for that one.
What's the beauty? Look at that one. Yeah. Remember renting that at Jumbo Video, man, before Super Nintendo was even here. Final Fight Guy. I asked you this last time. Sure. I'm gonna ask you again.
Yep.
Do you happen to have the Super Graphics?
Super graphics.
Yeah. Damn it.
What about Bishu? We're gonna ask about Bishu while we're at it.
The company Bishu.
I've heard of the names.
Old school, man. Like
Yeah.
beginning of NES era. Do you have any of those
No,
kicking around?
no, that's something that I'm sure we have had it, but I have not in a long time.
Why do we want all this weird stuff?
I mean, it's the same with me. I collect weird crap too.
Yeah.
My latest find for myself is I picked up an Arcadia 2001.
Well,
Mm.
It still works. So
nice. That's awesome.
score.
We'll keep looking. 99 bucks is pretty good for that Super Famicom. Got a Jag here. You don't see Jags too often.
I think that's maybe the most Genesis games that I've seen in a while.
Here's all your heavy hitters. Splatterhouse 2, Moonwalker, Pirates Gold, Fantasy Star 4. Oh, we got one Alex Kidd. Alex Kidd, The Lost Stars.
Look at that Sonic there.
Yeah, 200 bucks. Oh, buddy. Look, here's our turbo rack. I just love seeing turbo games in the wild, so. Get this. The video box games.
Ooh.
Oh no, was this the God of War? PS3? There was a third version. Remember it's
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if that was the God of War one.
No?
I thought there was like a Canadian color exclusive they did. Or was that the Wii?
Maybe.
Oh, did you see this one?
Oh yeah.
I had yeah. We were talking about that recently.
We never got that red one.
Mm-mm.
Did we? No, we never did.
Yeah, that's a great store. Maybe we'll make a revisit soon after the next one.
I think we absolutely need to. 100%. Good
There's a
Time
lot
Games
of
is
stuff in
great,
there.
man. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we went to Brody's twice. We went to Big Time twice. Maybe it's time for some Good Time.
Back to Good Time. You know what? I got to say, we still have lots of places to hit, though, for the first time.
There's a lot of places. There's
so
a few.
cheap,
that are pretty far to, like, on the other side of Toronto.
Really? Well, let's go. Gonna hit Quebec soon.
You know, that'd be fun. We could do like take a few days and go up that way.
I'm good for it. Good for it.
Anyways, we're back.
We are back with Gaming Gossip. This is Quarterman's Mess. God bless him.
Poor guy.
His thoughts poured out on paper. Here they are. Quarter nothings. We love you, Quarterman. Like, I'm just trying to pick my insanity because we're not going to read this whole thing, but I don't know, man. Like,
Why not?
I'm not reading this whole thing. There's no way.
Right.
Say kitties, King Twinkie has returned with another heap and handful of some of the best dirt in the video game industry has to offer. The
great.
Q-Man would like to begin this installment of Gaming Gossip with news on what is sure to be one of the hottest games ever created, as well as an inside scoop on Sega's new Super System. So kick back, dig into the page, but be forewarned, the Q-Man has been hazardous to your health. Oh boy. There you go. TJC, good afternoon. Cheers, buddy.
Hey, TJ. How you doing?
Pick your poison, dude. Whatever you like.
I was trying to find one. Let me see here.
The smallest one possible. That's what I just did.
Here we go. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is dead.
Game.
For 1993. Even though the big bosses of Sega had pushed to get their third installment of Sega into stores before Christmas, the programming team responsible for expanding the port from 2 fell apart. Trying to salvage some momentum from their spiky mascot, Sonic decided instead of building an entire cart around the Casino Night Zone from the previous titles, and Sonic Spinball was born. If all goes well, Sonic fans will be greeted once again with a day all their own. Sometime in November, Sega will blast through another worldwide release of Spinball on Genesis, Chaos on the Game Gear, and if Uncle likes what the Japanese have done, the Q-Man gives it wood straight up. What? The Q-Man gives it wood straight up?
What?
Listen,
Wood.
it's not. It's WOOD. That's what he says. I don't know. Even Sonic CD could manage to see the light of day this year. Q-Man gives it wood straight up.
Not WOULD, but actual wood, like tree wood.
Yep, that's how he spelled it.
Raj, the last part of San Andreas is up, my friend. I had to edit it this morning because the stream ended so quickly. I cut out all the Fortnite and stuff that we did on it, but it is up. It's under the full gaming live stream tab. Oh,
Hey, Vicman.
hola, Vicman. Oh, let me. I don't know which one to pick, man. Like, it's like you picked a nice small one. Okay, I'll pick the one above it. This is it for Quarterman for this issue. While we're on the subject of Sega, the Q would like to give a special nod to Al Nielsen, the marketing master who guided Sega through the darkest days to become a supercharged video game mega power. Mr. Blue Shirt is off to Viacom, where multimedia, more video games, and MTV await. All the best, Al. Grabbing my disguise, however, I'll be able to infiltrate the R&D facility and get the inside skinny on the bevy, whatever, of new carts, including Phantasy Star 4, Columns 4, and a new video transfer game called Moonlight Serenada. Oof. With the exception of the last entry, both
Get there. Hold it together.
PS4. What is happening with this?
Phantasy Star 4.
Oh God! Okay, I got all scared. I was like, this guy can really see into the future. Both Phantasy Star 4, which has been pushed back to April-May 1994, and Columns 4, which takes the place of Columns 3 because of the Super 4-player capability, both tasted great.
It's okay. It's okay. Hold on. Stay on target.
I can't. My brain. What's up, Moisley? How you doing? Didn't need to hear about the Q-Man giving the wood. Okay, that's the end of Quarterman. I'm out.
You want to do another one?
No, stop. If you want to do it, go ahead. But I'm not doing another one. Go ahead. Do the biggest. Just go down with the ship. Go for it.
Easy.
Look at this second last one's pretty beefy.
I was thinking of the third one.
Oh, that's even beefier. Yeah.
Hold on to your ho-hos, quarterbuds. This is where the dirt really gets good. My covert action teams have infiltrated Sega's most secure areas to pull out the most important word of the year. Saturn. Oh, yeah, this could be cool. Although EGM's head Ed got some good stuff on Sega's new Super 32-bit Wonder Machine, the Quarterman got the new true scoop on what has to be the most scorching console yet to come. The system will come fully equipped with not only an RISC processing chip similar to the one Atari is boasting for their upcoming Jaguar Mega Machine,
Sorry.
but also fully compatible with the Genesis. What's more, the hardware powering Sega's future is equipped with the same firepower found in the company's top of the line coin-ups. You want
Coin ups. Sorry. Go ahead. Hold the line. Hold the line.
You want Virtua Racing? With a Saturn system, you'll feel like you're in the arcade. Speaking of Virtua, my main man inside Sega brought out some news that blew me away. The White Shirts have created an incredible split-screen version of Virtua that will let two players go head-to-head. This zippy driver has some of the best graphics the Genesis has ever spit out and definitely blows the Big N's FX tracks off the road. I made it.
Good job. Good job.
Thanks, Quarter Nothings. When confronted with danger, possums will often play dead.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Rocket Knight Adventures. This is Konami's
This one looks...
mascot.
I don't know. He looks cool.
Oh, I think you just volunteered yourself to get Rocket Knight Adventures. That's a cool name.
He looks cool. He's a knight with a rocket pack. And he's a marsupial of some sort.
It's a possum. See? Confronted with danger. A possum will often play dead. Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we got our first mention of the Sega Saturn, which we know is to be true. And we got mention of the Phantom Jaguar, which is still not released yet. Although I think the Jag does come out in 93. I'm pretty sure. 93 or 94. But,
yeah.
Page 58, we have 3DO licensees ready with new titles. Star Trek The Next Generation, 3D Football, Dragon's Lair, The Seventh Guest Part 2, which is called The 11th Hour, Mad Dog McCree. Some good stuff if you're thinking about getting 3DO.
Probably not.
My buddy quit smoking
The hell is that?
after an hour or so of playing General Chaos. Okay. God. Can't take much more.
I'm good. Outrunners.
Yeah. Oh, this is another Outrun game.
It looks like a early, like, I don't know.
This is
Cruise in USA. That's what it's, the screenshot makes me think of Cruise in USA.
yeah, it's third person though, right? But I like that arcade setup. Look at that. Imagine having one of those in your house. That would be so cool.
Yeah, until you have to like move it. break your back.
Wake Up says, if WillyLo has to get a knockoff mascot game, I suggest Vector Man for the Genesis.
That's the guy that has like all the balls on his arms and stuff, right?
Whoa, buddy.
His arms and legs are balls.
Whoa.
I'm not wrong. They're balls.
Vector Man, yeah. I mean, you do what you got to do. But I demand on the next hunt that you walk away with one mascot game. I'll even lower the stakes a bit, Will, okay? You can do a loose cart. So you don't have to spend a fortune. I could say if you want, you can loose cart it. If you don't want to be a true collector, you can lower your standards. Is that fair? Do it.
We'll see what happens on Tuesday.
Do it.
Do you know Todd McFarlane's releasing Mortal Kombat Classic figures?
No. That's pretty cool. The only thing with the McFarlane toys, and I've said this for a long time, is the plastic and the articulation, which are two pretty big things. The sculpts are always great. But like if you even go back to the movie Maniacs, like they didn't move really at all. And like the plastic is just so hard on McFarlane toys.
They're stiff.
Yeah, they are stiff. Okay.
Graticulation. What is that word?
I don't know. I can't read over here. Any of this stuff looks interesting, call it out, but we are 76 into a 200-page issue, so we got to get moving a bit on this stuff. But we always kind of skip a little bit over this middle section here. I even forgot what the cover story is. Oh, yeah, Street Fighter. That's right.
Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat.
That's right. Mortal Monday.
Barry Arm for the Mega CD.
Yes. Miracle Girls from Takara of Japan. What? Bomberman 94. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, those Jada ones, Matt, the Street Fighter ones are so friggin' great. I don't know, Will, you're looking at them. Do they look good, the Mortal Kombat, or is it just like the announcement?
Yeah, they look all right.
So they're pretty not great.
No, they look good. I don't know. They look like Mortal Kombat characters.
Oh, here we go. Page 93. Here's Rocky the Rodent. Oh, my God, it's awful. This might be the worst. Rocky the Rodent might be the worst. He might be worse than Bubsy.
But that's the one they gave a good review to.
But just look at him. Like he's got Sonic.
He's generic as hell.
Yeah.
We made fun of him last time. Also, what was the whole like big thing with like the oversized T-shirt and like big running shoes on mascots back in the day? Like, there's so many of them that have that look.
Well, I think that started with Mickey Mouse with the shoes, and then Sonic had the red shoes that were based off of Michael Jackson's shoes. And now it's just this is a blatant copy of Sonic with like what were those toys called, chat, with the hair that were like this?
Treasure Trolls?
Yeah, Treasure Troll hair, and then you got like Tasmanian Devil from Warner Brothers face.
Yeah, with his like tongue sticking out. Yeah.
It's nice. No, it's bad. I think he's the worst. Rocky Rodent, I think, is my vote for the worst mascot.
Good reviewed though.
True enough. Oh, what's Awesome Possum? That's not Awesome Possum. No, that's okay.
No, Awesome Possum's something different.
Oh my God.
For the Gemesis.
The Gemesis by Tenjin. Oof.
What's that? A UKN period Meg. Is that like UK only type game? I don't know.
What page is that on?
That's on the Awesome Possum one.
Awesome Possum. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But all I know is that Star Trek The Next Generation on Game Boy looks pretty great.
I like how they have the Game Pro rating up there.
Wake Up says, what mascots wear shirts and shoes but with no pants? Yeah. Exactly, right?
All of them do.
Well, Sonic has no clothes.
Just
Who's
shoes.
Weenie the Pooh? Weenie the Poohing.
Weenie the Pooh. Weenie the Pooh.
Actually, all those Warner Brother cartoons
Mhm.
don't have pants, but Disney do, right? I'm trying to think. Mickey Mouse has pants but no shirt, right? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. What is this?
I know Donald Duck has like a shirt with no pants.
I'm trying to visualize them. I can't stand those characters. Mickey Mouse wears shorts, right? And no shirt, though. Donald doesn't wear pants, Matt says.
Yeah,
And-
yeah. See,
And
Donald.
then
I remember
Goofy
now.
has like pants and a vest. And
Mhm.
Pluto or Bluto or whatever the dog's name is naked. But he's a
So,
dog.
so ducks in Disney universe don't need pants. Because Huey, Dewey, and Louie also don't wear pants. Does Daisy wear pants? I don't think so.
What about Scrooge?
Yeah, Scrooge doesn't wear pants. Launchpad McQuack wears pants, but he's a pilot, so he has like those big cargo pants.
He can afford pants. What's up,
Yeah.
Rondo? Armadillo, I like, is from the Bubsy 2 mini game. Oh, that's a deep cut, man. Whoa. Deep cut. Wow. Super deep cut, buddy. Oh, we got some music makers. Masaya Hashimoto. This is cool. This is a cool article. So he did stuff for, looks like Revenge of Shinobi, ActRaiser, Bare Knuckle 2, which that I don't know what that is. Interesting. Very cool. Speaking of actor, did you ever play? You played ActRaiser 1, right? On Super.
Yes, I haven't played the second one. The first ActRaiser is great. It's also another game that's on my list.
ActRaiser 1. Yeah, I never played this one either. I never played 2. 2 kind of reminds me of like, it's almost like they just took another game and just called it ActRaiser. I don't know if that's what they did or not, but hand under the chin photo, go back. Oh yeah, right there, yeah. It's probably his portfolio pick, right? Yeah.
Was that like, that was like a modeling, don't they still do that? That's like a generic like modeling pose. They're just like,
It's like, yeah, glamour shots by Deb kind of
Yeah.
like photo, right? That's great.
Aladdin. Talk about a great Disney game, another Capcom classic. Aladdin's fantastic. The game's great. Chat, tell Jay he's wrong.
Of course, it's great. Creators of Resident Evil made this one. It's great. It's great. It is. TJ says, I used to love shoot 'em up construction kit, made my own sprites and everything. I don't know what that is, dude. Yeah, Aladdin. Actually, Aladdin on both. The Sega, the Genesis one is made by Sega, and the Super Nintendo one's made by Capcom. They're both great. Even though I don't really care about the movie, the game is good. I didn't care about like DuckTales either, but that Capcom game like is phenomenal. So there
Only
you
you get cool spot, WillyLo. Wow, gamer. Wow.
go.
We'll find out Tuesday. It depends on what's in the store, you know.
Well, there you go. Page 118. The man in the pink. That's Ed.
Huh.
There's not many pictures of Ed out there, man. There you go. There
Good old
he is.
Ed.
And who's this? This is, oh, there's Martin, Colleen, and John. I don't know who they are, but there's Martin. Very cool. Ed doesn't look so happy over here.
Yeah, he's like, don't take my photo.
Don't take my photo. I'm not even married yet. Damn it.
Oh, they're at Ed's wedding on the next one. The whole crew.
So they are. Oh, that's awesome. Where's Steve? Is Steve there? Ken Williams, Julie. Oh, very cool. I like it.
Like, this is a little like deep dive into like the lives of all the people here. It's kind of cute.
Mike,
like it.
Mary. These guys made social media. This is like the first social media page.
Yeah.
Look at that. Vickman says, I got Aladdin on the Genesis. It's really cool. So what's better though, the Genesis one or the Super?
For me, I thought the Super was better because I always thought the music just sounded better. I had played this Genesis one at a cousin's house, and that's what my first thought was. I just thought it sounded better on the Super.
We got to go with the Super because Shinji Mikami, who created Resident Evil, created Aladdin. So I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to be a fanboy and just go with that. JP says Genesis is better. Wrong.
JP loves his Genesis games.
He does love his Genesis.
He's like Genesis games.
Yeah, like Genesis games. You got any second Genesis games in the store? I need to know a second. What? You got no spit. There you go. There's NHL 94. Fantastic game. This is a 10 out of 10 game.
Get a mascot game, then Jay should have to live stream it. That's fair. That's fair. I like that. If I got to put the money into it, then Jay's got to stream it.
I just will say before we get to that, although I do not like to watch hockey, I love playing hockey games. Like, loved the EA NHL games. I loved them. So there you go.
I thought the Dreamcast, the NHL 2K games were fantastic. Even their football games were great on the Dreamcast.
That was the Sega ones, right? The 2K?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Swallow, that's what she said. Literally. Okay, wake up. What are you saying here, buddy? What are you saying?
Have a good day at work, Packers.
See you, Packers. Good to see you, buddy. Well, you can read this. WillyLo, you can read that.
If you have to get a mascot game, then Jay should have to live stream it. Pick the most rage-inducing one for entertainment value. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm going to spend the money on it. Jay's got to play it.
See, this is what I think. Wrong. I think Will should stream it on Twitch. Well, he never streams retro games. I think you should.
Because retro games don't do anything on Twitch.
Do it for your audience. Okay? Just do it for your audience.
Maybe I'll do a YouTube stream.
Maybe. Okay, so JP says 94 is the best. I think 95 is slightly better, but 95 has the game-breaking bug where halfway through the season, it just stops recording stats, unfortunately. Jay's going to play a hockey game for stream. It's got to be Mutant League Hockey for the Genesis. That's a great game. Same engine and everything. I see. Look, so Will buys the crappy mascot game. He puts it in his collection, and I have to suffer and play it. How does that make any sense?
Does it happen on your channel?
That's a good point. I do want to find for real, though. I will stream 100% Bubsy for PS4, but I never see it. Never. I saw it when I worked at EB. We got it brand new. I didn't get it. I never see it. You know what's another one on my list, dude? I'm not going to say it. Save it for the video. Save it for the video. Madden 94. Any Madden fans? Gamer was just saying Madden came out yesterday, I believe. Yeah. Yesterday was huge. We had the Battlefield beta, the new Call of Duty season, the new Fortnite season, and Madden. That's a pretty big day. Here's some 3DO games. Madden again.
What is this? This is a killer pad. Ugh.
Totally. Oh, the Haunting for Genesis. Interesting.
That artwork is really cool. I like the art design.
It is cool. I think this is EA. I think it's a cardboard box. This looks cool. Haunting.
I've never heard of this game.
Yeah. What's going on, Robert? Still no Mass Effect 4. Will, do you have anything to say about that?
I haven't heard any news on Mass Effect 4. I'm excited for Mass Effect 4. I'm hoping that we'll hear something soon of it, but
what was the thing with Andromeda? I never played Andromeda, but
it takes place alongside the events of Mass Effect 3 or just after.
So is it people are bummed that they don't get to be Shepard? Is that, or like, why did that game get
because like, well, there was a lot of bugs. The game didn't play very well. Like, they fixed it now. It's actually pretty good now if you're going to play it. The biggest thing is just like Mass Effect is iconic for those characters, right? Like you want Rex, you want Grunt, you want Garrus, you want Liara, and Tally and Jax, and like those characters are just so memorable that people just didn't want to play another game that didn't involve them. But like the Mass Effect universe is so huge. Like I thought it was just a neat idea that like this was a separate vessel that was sent out to a different edge of the universe and gets to explore out there. I don't know.
See, I like that though, right? Because it's like, what we say about Star Wars all the time, where there's such a big galaxy outside of the Skywalker verse that it's nice to see new characters that aren't tied to that. So I kind of thought that was the reason. I knew about the bugs, but I kind of figured, because I played through the first 3 and I liked them. I did overall. It took me a long time to warm up to them, but I finally did, and 2 is still the best, I think.
I will say that like even then though, like the problem is they had such a hit with all those characters from the original 3 Mass Effect games that in Andromeda the characters aren't as memorable.
Oh, okay.
Feeling, right? So that's the other thing, is that they've done such a great job with the original Mass Effect games and tied it all together and stuff, that these characters just didn't really do as much of an impact. Personally, I felt comparatively so.
Just didn't cut it. Here we can see some of the Super Nintendo changes with the fatalities. So here, the top left is Sub-Zero's finisher, where he turns them into a block of ice and then shatters them. What does Sonya do? She does that kiss. What does she do in this one? She's a member of a top secret special. No, it doesn't even say. Kano pulls out nothing from your chest. Raiden electrocutes you, which I think is fine. Turns you to dust instead of blowing your head off.
They still spell Raiden there with an R-A-Y.
Raiden. Yeah. Not a big deal to me, but there you go. Some
Battle
people
cars.
really don't like that.
Yeah, 3.5. What? Yeah. Was there a difference? There's 2.5 million people that bought it on the Genesis compared to
Plock. What the hell is Plock?
What the Plock?
Oh boy. It's not even like a mascot. It's just like terrible looking.
He's just a Plock. You just plocked him in.
Wow. Don't recall
Boxing
this one.
Legends of Wrestling.
Legends of the Ring, you mean?
Easy?
Nothing will ever beat EA's Fight Night Round 3, man.
Yeah,
well, maybe like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Other than that, like,
yeah, Nintendo would ever bring out another Punch Out game.
Yeah, oh yeah. Remember we were shocked when they brought up the Wii one.
Yeah, that was the last one we've seen. It's been a while since we've seen it.
Yeah, we were like, whoa.
It was just the Wii motion controls. I was just over it by then.
You had to use that, right? That's why I didn't play it. Because you had to like, I don't like doing that. Waggling around.
Yeah. Brett Hall hockey. Forgot about Brett Hall.
Who remembers our good buddy Brent Hall? Number 16 for the St. Louis Blues. Son of Hall of Famer Bobby Hall. I'm not sure if Brett Hall got into the Hall of Fame. You guys know, all you hockey fans in the chat. But I remember Brett was on course to be the next Gretzky. I don't know if that ever happened. I don't think it did. Then he went to the Stars, maybe? He got traded from the Blues to the Stars. I don't remember. Moistly, good to see you again, buddy. Have a good one. Have a good weekend.
Bye, Moistly.
Here's this son of baby or whatever the hell this.
No. This is Chuck Rock 2.
Son of dad.
Wait, there's a Chuck Rock 1 then? I thought this was the game, but I guess I didn't realize it. Okay.
No, this is the first one is. I mean, the first Chuck Rock, like the character is just so unappealing looking.
Is he a caveman?
Google it real quick, yeah. He's bad.
Did I see this?
Chad is still here. Miss you, buddy.
He is a caveman. Oh, I've seen this cover. I've never played it.
Like he looks just like so unappealing.
I don't know. See, out of the two, I'd rather play Joe and Mac.
Okay, here's one. What the hell is Mario Wario?
Hold on, let me catch
Puzzle
up.
11
I was
people.
looking at Chuck Rock.
Puzzle everywhere will go nuts over the announcement of Mario and Wario. This
Does
must
it ever
have
come out?
this must have become something else. Does anybody know what this game became?
Mario and Wario.
The hell is Aluminum Falcon? Yeah, I don't know. Chad, I was just saying we were watching the latest Family Guy season that's on Disney, and I never seen the Top Gun episode. It's friggin' hilarious. Sorry, what?
Rich, I guess it never actually came here to stateside. It just stayed as a Super Famicom game.
Mario Wario.
Cool fact, though. Does it say it here? Hold on, let's check the article here.
Oh, it's similar to Lemmings, JP says.
Yeah. All right. Well, according to the wiki, it's a puzzle platform game developed by Game Freak.
Oh. So this is
later become the famous developers of Pokemon.
Whoa. Okay. I was gonna say, what's that Game Boy game that we both liked? Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Like it looks like maybe.
Yeah, like a precursor to that. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's like Lemmings, it would be like that. Similar to Lemmings. Huh. Interesting. Any of you Turtle fans ever played Turtles Tournament Fighters? It's Konami's answer to Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Better than Mortal Kombat.
I've never played it, man.
I'm just
So I
kidding.
wouldn't
It's
know.
not. I'm a big Turtle fan. I really liked this game. I played a lot of this game. It's not great, but it's better than Clay Fighters.
Oh well, yeah. An unplugged controller would be better than
I like this game growing up as a kid. This is not like an immediate game I would buy, but I would like to find a copy of this eventually.
Put it on the list.
It is on the list. I just said it's lower on the list.
Sure.
I'd rather have like the NES Turtles and like Turtles in Time before spending the money on that one.
Fighting games. Just curious. If you found Street Fighter for the TurboGrafx CD, would you buy it?
Sorry, say that one more time.
If you found Street Fighter 1
Yeah.
for the TurboGrafx CD, would you want to buy it? Fighting Street, it's called on the Turbo CD.
Yeah. I don't think so. For me personally, no. But like, I'm not buying to just collect rarity, right? Like, I'm buying because I want games that I remember and enjoy. I never played that one, so for me, that game, you immediately mentioning it does nothing for me.
Unlike this chat, here we go. The Rocky the Rodent Strategy Guide on page 146.
He set me up for that.
Better than Clay Fighter? That's extremely low bar there, Will. Matt says.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot of bad fighting games that came out during this era. So like, the Turtles one is actually, I thought was pretty good. Like the Double Dragon, was it Double Dragon 5 Fighters or whatever, that one? That was awful.
Yeah. I remember you guys telling me about that in the chat. I've never played it though. Oh yeah, because they remember when we did our review on the Double Dragon movie.
Mm-hmm.
Our discussion. We're not reviewers. Our discussion on it, and I think it was Cutthroat actually. Oh no, maybe it was Matt. I don't remember, but someone said that the characters in this one game were kind of based off of the film. Was it one of you guys in the chat?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't remember now. Anyway, Rocky the Nothings.
That's also one I have to find is Double Dragon. Double Dragon 2 I played a lot more than the first one, but
Double Dragon 2 is awesome. Quick shot. I thought this was Bishu, but it's not. But look at these controllers.
So bad.
No way. Look at the bottom one. The Conqueror 3. Do you have the QS 185, also known as the Conqueror 3? I would rather play with my microwave than this friggin' thing. Look at it. The Maverick 3, the Python 3, the Invader 3, and the Starfighter.
Look at that thing. Are those
What?
buttons all around it? Like you get the 4 buttons and then like other buttons around it? What is this?
Okay, if you look at the white one, doesn't it look like Simon? Remember the game Simon?
Kinda, yeah.
With the colors? Like there's 4 pads that light up, green, blue, yellow, and red.
Listen,
And- Go ahead.
this thing looks awful. I bought a little kitty toy for our friend Wes's kid when they were born. It looks better than this. It's a little kitty controller, and it's just like for playing. It makes sounds and stuff. That looks way better than this piece of crap.
This looks like a Mattel toy, and then they glued the Simon thing, and then they glued some buttons on top of that, and then they just rammed in a red rod right in the middle. Here you go. Here's your Conqueror 3. Oh, I see the difference. So the version 3 are black in color, and the version 2 are white in color. Whoopity doo.
Well, the real difference is on the left side. The black ones are for the Genesis. The white ones on the right are for the Super Nintendo.
I'm just saying, chat. If you're looking for something for good old Jay for Crimbus, the Conqueror 3.
Yeah, show Jay how much you love him with the Conqueror 3.
I'm just bummed, Will, because our quest for Bishu for JT is never going to happen. We're never going to give up, but I feel like
I think if we want to find a Bishu product, I honestly think we'll probably have to venture down to the States.
Why?
I think that's where they're going to be hidden down there. I don't think I'm curious if they even came up here.
You might be right.
Because like stuff like that back in the day, we didn't really get them up here as much comparatively, right?
I'll put this on the screen, but I'm not saying this. Jeez.
What?
I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the viewers, this is the exclusive. You guys get to read it live on chat on your own.
Dennis the Menace. Remember the live action movie Dennis the Nothing? Wasn't that Macaulay Culkin? No, it wasn't.
No.
No?
I don't know who the kid was, but I don't think
Are
it was
you
Macaulay
sure?
Culkin.
Are you
I'm
sure?
fair. Okay, hold on.
Dennis the Menace live action movie, Macaulay Culkin, or am I just a weirdo?
I don't remember how to spell Dennis.
Dennis.
Thank you. 1993 film? That sounds right.
Gamer says no, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
think it was.
Well, who is it?
Mason Gamble. Oh.
That's made up. HEC, what's up, buddy? You said no Culkin, okay. Mason Gamble?
Mason Gamble played Dennis Mitchell. He was in great movies as Spy Hard with Leslie Nielsen.
Well, shout out to Leslie Nielsen. Raj says, Jay and Will, isn't Bishu a myth like Shen Long?
At this point, it feels like it.
And that's weird too, Raj, because we go into these game stores and there's always that section of like controllers that are just beat to crap and nobody looks at them because you can't display them good, right? So they're always in these beat up bags and all that stuff, right? And we go through them kinda, sorta, and it's just we ask the people at the store and they don't even know what it is. And hey, I must confess, until we started rereading these again, I didn't know what a Bishu was, or at least I forgot that. So.
Which makes me, that's why it also makes me believe that, like, maybe we just never got them up here.
Yeah. That could be a possibility, my friend. That could be a possibility.
I'm gonna send you guys Jay's address. You guys go find Bishus and just send them all to him. Boxes of Bishu controllers.
No, wait, I want the Conqueror 3.
Well, we gotta start with Bishu first. That's the goal.
Well, I think the Conqueror is pretty good. Wait, who makes the Conqueror? It's Quick Shot. I don't like Quick Shot.
Mm-hmm. We have seen Quick Shot controllers.
Man. Look at this Conqueror 3. This programmable controller remembers your moves. What the hell does that mean?
Oh,
what does it mean?
It plays the game for you.
It remembers that I didn't make the jump in Mario, so every time I go to make the jump, it kills me.
Yeah, it just kills you every single time. You just jump into the hole. Like, oh yeah, you did this last time, idiot.
Thanks, Conqueror. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yoshi Safari. Another one I've not played. Excuse me.
So this is, if I remember right, came out as a Super Scope game. Yes, you get your Super Scope and get on Yoshi's back. That's right. This is a Super Scope game.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Which, yeah, nobody played the Super Scope. I want to get a Super Scope just to have it because I think those things are freaking cool. But even as a kid, when I had a guy, a friend of mine down the road growing up that had one, and we played it, and we're like, yeah, this is not great.
Yeah, I only played whatever the game that came with it, the 6-in-1 or whatever that was. It was
there was a cool
Go
like
ahead.
mech game on there. You shoot,
Right.
I think you shoot like the robots and stuff.
I mean, even with like Duck Hunt in that, I didn't like that stuff. It was just completely inaccurate. The Captain Power of back in the day, like all those that used the CRTV, like the light. I didn't like any of that stuff.
Mhm.
But there you go. Genesis. The Genesis version of Mortal Kombat with the elusive reptile. There you go. We're skipping. Oh,
You missed
the
the best
fatality.
ad is Surf Ninjas. Gosh.
No, I skipped it. Surf Ninjas on Game Gear.
Does anybody watch Surf Ninjas? Come on now. Classic.
Isn't that one of the guys that played in the Turtles? Like, wasn't he in one of the costumes? He's Raphael or something.
Yeah, he also played, was it Shoji in the second one?
Okay.
The pizza delivery guy? Yeah. So he was one of the I don't know what you would call them, stunt people, I guess, in the suits in the first movie. And then Kino, that's it. Thank you. And then he played the pizza delivery guy in the second movie.
Very cool. Ernie Reyes Jr. Thank you, Matt. This is cool. Yeah, the Genesis one is actually, they're giving you the actual fatalities. Like the actual, like this information here is like so valuable. Like back in the day, like just to have these. Oh man,
these artworks too that they're showing here. They used to have like, do you remember those Mortal Kombat like collector's cards? They used to have those, and that like this is the same artwork they would use for those. I remember collecting those.
I don't know.
I bet most of them got destroyed. People just probably threw them away, but.
This is where we're going to start to get, like, once this comes home, then we get Hasbro making G.I. Joe Street Fighter figures. And then we had G.I. Joe, like the same kind of build for Mortal Kombat, but they weren't from the G.I. Joe line. But we just started to get all this stuff, man. It was just like such an amazing time. The Street Fighter characters in G.I. Joe are so cool. I love those figures. Shinobi 3, the revengeancing of Shinobis. Okay.
So these are good games. Should I play these games eventually one day?
Yeah. So the first arcade Shinobi is kind of like Rolling Thunder, if you ever played that.
I've heard of Rolling Thunder, but I haven't played it. No.
It's like a side scroller, but it's like a one-hit death kind of thing. I would start with Revenge of Shinobi for Genesis, which you can get on the Switch and all that stuff. And any Genesis collection you get. Revenge of Shinobi is the one I would start with, though. That's me.
Okay.
That's me.
We have to figure out one day, like an official. Maybe I'll leave it up to you guys. Maybe we can put it in the Discord. You guys can maybe choose my first official Genesis game to spend money on. And not like this, like bootleg mascot ones. I'm saying like a legit, like good Genesis game to start with.
Dude, I'm saying, because I know you pretty well, dude. I would say Phantasy Star. Honestly, like there's 2, 3, and 4 on Genesis. Any one of those. 4 is often cited as the best of them. I would say that, man, because you love Final Fantasy so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm writing this one down. This is Strider Returns, and this is a horrible game. Let me just write this down on my games list.
Wake Up, we were talking about that. So Shinobi reboot on PS2 was like my first like experience with Shinobi. And yes, it was bad. And I was like, I don't see the appeal. Phantasy Star 4 is expensive, JT says. Yeah, probably. I think we've seen a few of those Phantasy Star games, and we almost bought one, but it didn't come with, you said it came with like a walkthrough manual with it?
Phantasy Star 2 came with like a pocket novel size hint book that came bundled with it. 3 and 4 did not. But see, I like, for nostalgia purposes, I like 2 the best, but 2 is usually rated the worst, and actually 3 is, but they're all good, man. And you don't need to play. It's like Final Fantasy, where it's all like in the same universe, but nothing is connected, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to play like Phantasy Star 1 that was on the Master System. You don't have to play that before you play 2 or 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
2 is great, JT, but it is so hard, and due to the memory limitations at the time, that game was only 6 meg. Due to the memory limitations at the time, that's why the dungeons and things like that are so cryptic. Like, they're brutally difficult. It's brutally difficult. Anyway, this is Strider Returns. Okay, this is not made by Capcom. This is made by US Gold, and this is a game that got the Strider license from Capcom, and they were able to use some of the assets from Strider to put in this god-awful sequel. I use the term loosely, but this game is so horrific. The only thing that is of Strider in this game is the Strider character. Everything else, it's like if you took, like, you know, the Contra guy and put him in Super Mario Brothers. Nothing to do with Strider. But I want this game because it's so bad. And Will, I've never, ever seen this game in person.
Well, we have to keep an eye out.
This is not to be confused with the awesome Strider 2, the actual Capcom game that's on PS1. That game is fire. But it's very expensive. Yeah, TJ. 94 NHL was awesome. That's the first one they introduced, the one-timer, where you pass your buddy and then slap it in. Like, that was a game changer. That made those games so fun. I don't know how often they do that in real hockey still, but there you go.
Super Baseballs.
Sonic CD.
Ooh.
I have a Sega CD.
Rosie the Rascal.
I was showing this off on stream yesterday because somebody was asking.
What you got? What you got? Rosie the Rascal.
Oh, see, I have this.
Zip.
The whole thing. I have
Oh,
all
you
the
get-
Sega stuff.
buddy, you need a Genesis 2. What are you doing? What are
Look
you
at this
doing to me?
monstrosity.
What are you doing to me?
It's so heavy. Oh, look at this thing.
JP, you have an extra Genesis 2. This kid needs one.
No, I have a Genesis 2.
Why do you got a Genesis 1 on there then?
Because this makes it look more fun.
You obviously weren't really good at Tetris, were you there, bud? Just saying.
Look at it. Look at this thing.
Look
It's
how
awesome.
Look at what he's done. Look
Come on.
at what you have done.
Look at this. Oh, look at this thing. It's so nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. So pretty.
No. Incorrect.
I have the Genesis 2. It's just in box.
Well, get it out and switch that Genesis 1 out of there. Dang it.
This looks more fun, though.
It looks like it fell down the stairs or something and broke something. I broke my leg. That's
Well,
my
blame
leg.
Sega, not me.
JP says blasphemous. Vickman saying Frankenstein.
The Genesis looks like it's on life support 100%. I only have one power adapter too for the Genesis. So like
Oh wow.
I'll never be able to use that to the full extent.
It's not going to work with one power supply. You need 50 to power that thing.
Oh, it's such a monstrosity. What was Sega thinking? Oh, thank you, Rash. Oh my god.
There you go. Pull the plug.
Yeah. Shut it down.
Now, if you had the first Sega CD and with that nice Genesis One on top of it, that would be a thing of beauty.
We only ever seen one so far of those, right?
Oh yeah, it's four Canadian.
Yeah.
It's too much for me, man. If I'm gonna do foreign hardware, it's gonna be that Super Graphics. That I would do.
Yeah, but
And
it's not going to be 4.
No. Oh, did we ask that guy how much it was? I can't even remember.
Yeah, he had it for like 7 something.
Oh.
But like, it's rare.
Yeah. I mean, it's rare. We're talking about Super Graphics, chat. I've never seen one in person. So
We were close. Close by like missing it by a couple months, but we were close.
but the fact that we knew a store that had one a few months ago is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. What do you think about these dual turbos?
They look like okay controllers, at least, not like the other monstrosities. They're just like reversions of the actual controllers with like extra buttons.
Acclaim made these. Players are wire approaching, experience caution. Oh. Players are armed and wireless. Approach with extreme caution. I'm good.
It also, is it still using infrared? Because it has those infrared adapters in the
Yeah,
front of
look
it.
at the box by the Super Nintendo.
As soon as you like face that away, you know that thing's not working. You have to like sit like this facing it the whole time. You can't even like go up.
Gamer says I had one. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Poor gamer.
That's a rough one. Now we want them just for pure nostalgia, but yeah.
Is it nostalgia or do we hate ourselves? I haven't figured this part out yet.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column Z. And he said finish him. What? That's how the article starts for the Game Boy. And he said finish him. Okay. Moving on. Pretty big technical achievement that they could fit some version of Mortal Kombat on the Game Boy. I will say that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, buddy. 176. How about this one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Final Fantasy Legends stuff. Yeah. I would like to get these. I don't have a Game Boy at the moment. I almost bought one of those analog pockets because then you can play all of those handheld games on it. I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
You could do the Super Nintendo Game Boy player. Easy to find. And that plays all the OG and the color stuff. So there you go. That would be easy. Yeah, TJ said I never bothered with aftermarket controllers. Call me a snob, but I always bought genuine controllers. I'm with you, buddy. I'm still like that today. Because you save a few bucks here or there, but they never are as good quality. Like they never are. So I'm with you.
That's true. We didn't have like the funding for it sometimes, right? So we bought what we bought.
Sure,
but
of course.
the legit ones now, I unless it's for just the memes, I don't buy any like aftermarket stuff. Even the power-up stuff for the Nintendo Switch. Even though I guess those are like third-party peripherals that are licensed by Nintendo, I still don't.
Like the
Power A? Was it Power A?
Yeah. Like the Pro controller, gets a lot of heat for being 89 Canadian dollars, but I would much rather pay that than 39 for a third party. I've got
frick. The Pro controller for the Switch 2 was 110.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking Switch 1, so 110. But I've got over the years at EB my share of free what's that company called again? Mad Cats and all that stuff. Believe me, they're not good, man.
What did they change their name to? Is it Biogenics now or something?
Oh, that was GameStop's own brand. It was like the worst garbage. Biogenics, like terrible, man. It's garbage stuff. But anyway, I would rather spend the extra dollars and get first party, and I know it's going to last a lot longer than any third party one, for sure. But hey, that's me. Okay, so tell me about this Legend 3. Is this like a portable version of one of the big boy games, or is this like its own separate game?
They're their own things.
Oh.
Yeah, they're their own universes. The first one actually plays a lot more like Secret of Mana. And then they went back to like more of an RPG style later on for the next ones.
Okay.
They're not bad. They're good games. I at least I enjoyed them growing up. I think you can get these in collection form or something, if I remember right.
I would hope
One of
so.
the collections, I think, now.
Mad Cat said crazy stick drift. Yeah, and crazy gimmicks. There was like Nerf Mad Cat controllers and ones with Velcro on them and all this. I mean, from what we've seen in the beginning, like remember the gamer gloves we saw? Like this stuff has always been around. Just the worst time, guys, was the Wii. The Wii and the third-party peripherals for that thing that did nothing. That was just the worst time. Would have got Mortal Kombat on the Game Gear. Okay, we've covered this enough, I think.
This is the better version. There's a lot of Mortal Kombat here, which is cool. I don't know. I like the caricatures of all the fighters.
Raiden is 7 foot tall. Sonya's 5'10". Cage is 6'1". Liu Kang's 5'10". Scorpion and Sub-Zero both 6'2". Oh,
He doesn't. So that weirds me out because like they all look the same height, except for Goro, obviously bigger. But like in the game, I feel like they're all like almost the same height.
yeah. Is this Conehead Toys? Oh my.
Oh, I forgot about Coneheads.
Oh, it's awful, dude. It's awful. All those SNL skits that became full-length movies. I think Wayne's World is the only one that I can take. The first Wayne's World. But you remember all those skits that became like Deuce Bigelow? Remember that stuff? Oh my god.
Deuce Bigelow's awful. I gotta have a soft spot for Coneheads though.
You like Coneheads, do you?
I don't know why. I liked this movie as a kid.
There
Maybe
you
because
go.
I was just a dumb kid.
Well, no, it's probably pretty good. Probably pretty good. Sonic gets his own animated show. Let's go. There you go.
Yeah, the Sonic cartoon series made me want to have chili dogs.
Oh, is that what he eats?
Yeah, chili dogs.
Jurassic Park pinball. Then we got some a new ride provides glimpse of the future.
That Jurassic Park pinball was that our friend Jeff had that in his basement. Remember?
I do. He had the best, man. He had Indiana Jones, and he had Jurassic Park, and I think he had a scary one too. Yeah. So good. So good. But you have to have an extensive knowledge of how the pinball machine works. And just for me personally, I'm not super interested in any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of there's a lot of maintenance on our pinball machines. That's why we were looking at one and like, hey, they're super expensive as is, but like to have it maintained, it's like
yeah, like
lot.
We were talking about like like the new Foo Fighters pinball is really great, but if you I don't know if there's just the one part by the scoreboard that the metal thing broke. Like, where would you even go to get a replacement part for that? You'd have to go to the manufacturer. Do they sell parts on a limited edition pinball?
It's a question. It's a good question.
Right? Raj, Chad's always here, my dude. Always.
You want to read about how Jurassic Park was pacing successful summers?
You can. Go ahead.
Oh, look at that. Wait, go back to 190.
What are we
That
looking at?
controller.
Gold member special champ tilt. What?
Look at that monstrosity. What is that?
Well, you just signed up to read the description, Buster.
Exclusive new generation controller gives you the power to control by instinct. Rest your thumb with a multi-mode directional control. Use a regular thumb pad or just tilt the controller or both together to get the travel direction. What the frick is a travel direction?
Oh, so this is where Nintendo got the idea for the Wiimote from this old member special champ tilt.
Now it all makes sense.
Raj, Stacy is also always here, my friend. You're so excited. I love it. I love your enthusiasm, dude. It makes me smile. Makes me smile. Next wave. I remember Brawl Brothers by Jalico. Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Can't say as I do. Can't say as I do.
We can get another Sonic behind the back. Ooh, spot. Cool spot.
There you go. The Super NES Buyer's Guide. There you go, dude. Coming in October. Okay, next issue we can look forward to.
Why are these all so dark?
What?
All those the boxes on the, was it page 195? Like all the images on there are so dark.
Yeah. Dracula for Sega CD. That's great. 50th issue. Guys, don't forget to check out retromags.com. They archive all this important history. Shout out to Retro Mags for rocking and rolling. That was a good 50th issue.
Woo! Another one bites the dust.
50th issue. Are you you're not streaming today. Are you streaming tomorrow?
Mm-mm. No, I got to work this weekend, so no streams this week, unfortunately.
That's right. That's
I got to do that work thing. Got to pay the bills. Bleh.
Yeah. That's what we got to do for sure. Well, we're going to do Battlefield 6 tomorrow. So anybody who wants to play Battlefield 6 is a channel member, please make sure you download it tonight. And I think if you don't have a code, you have to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow should be open for everybody to play. Yeah. But if you wanted to play yesterday and today, you had to get a code. Which, if you really dire, you could go watch somebody on Twitch playing it. Not to send people off of YouTube, but like that's where you can get it right now. I don't know. Blame.
Yeah, if you want to play it tonight, yeah. Everything else is under lock and key right now, but I can wait till tomorrow. It's downloaded. It's ready to go. We're gonna be playing that. The Rivals was a good idea, but you really do need a team of 6. Otherwise, it's just incredibly frustrating. So we're going to skip that one and go check out Battlefield for sure. You're working Sunday, right?
Yep. No Willie at all this weekend.
No 7 days for you. No Forged Steel.
Sad times.
Don't worry. We got your house. We haven't touched it much-ish. It's still kind of the way it was.
My poor house.
That's good. It's good. All right, you guys want to check out Willie? He's going to tell you where. Check out his check out his Willie.
Yeah, you can find this Willie over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/WillyLo. So WillyLo, just it says over here in the corner. Yeah, we play a wide variety of games. We're playing some Grounded 2 right now. A game called Abiotic Factor, and yeah, we do some community game nights a few times a week too. So we have a lot of fun over there. And we do have a YouTube channel over here under the same name as well, too, if you want to leave a subscribe. We're working towards our 1,000 subscribers over there. We post clips, and I'm hoping to get some more videos out there soon. Just trying to find the time.
It's difficult. Shout out to Packers, who's in the #1 spot for the EXP. JT is second, and Gamer hanging in there at third. So I do take the EXP from the top 3, and there will be a giveaway for the person with the most EXP at the end of each month. And
Let's go.
Rusty won last month with the Donkey Kong Amiibo, so you never know what the prize is going to be. So make sure you get your chats in. All right, guys, I'm out of here.
Lock of Jay's hair?
Yeah, a lock of my hair. Do you want to lock it? No, I don't think you want to lock of the hair. They're good. We'll be good. We'll see you guys tomorrow early for Battlefield. Have yourselves a great Friday, guys. You rock. Cheers, friends.